welcome to Inappropriate Bar Talk. My name's Chris,
I'm Monica.
And I'm Nicole.
and you are watching episode 21 of the Inappropriate Bar Talk live stream. Today on the episode, Tony is out of town, so we are taking over for him this week, and I decided to have the ladies on this week to give their opinions and personal views on what's going on in the world this week. We also have Phil helping us out as the bartender tonight. Phil?
Hey, everybody.
Try to talk right into the top of the mic.
Right into the top of the mic,
Yeah.
just like this.
Try it again.
You know what?
There it is.
It's been a good week, guys. I'm looking forward to it.
It has been a good week.
Good to have you, Phil.
Mo-
Good to have you, ladies. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
helping us out today.
Thank you for having us.
Good to be here.
So, how's everybody's week gone so far?
So far, so good.
Oh,
On this
wait.
side.
We have to cheers to the show.
Here we go.
Oh.
All right, here. Let's dedicate this cheers to Tony and his family, and we wish them, we're sending our condolences. and-
Condolences.
Yeah. So we love you. We miss you, and you're in our thoughts. So
Cheers.
Cheers.
So what's going on? Nicole, you just got back from a trip. Where'd you go?
I got to go to Missouri and attempt to see the eclipse. That went over real well.
I know you tried to bring us back some video of that, and it just, what happened? The weather?
Yeah, it was just solid cloud cover, and then it started raining right about when the eclipse was supposed to happen or start, and then it lightened up, and we're like, maybe we can catch a little bit of a glimpse. Nothing. Like even when it was supposed to go dark, because clouds reflect light.
Yeah.
Nothing. It was still light outside.
That's a bummer.
It was sad. But
Yeah. Well, obviously in Hawaii we didn't have any sort of real.
no,
Was there any kind of coverage for the eclipse here? Nah. It happened at like 6 o'clock in the morning too, so I don't
Yeah,
even
which
think.
Yeah.
we actually happened to be awake at that time.
Yeah, but it was still pretty cloudy and stuff from what I
But
remember.
yeah, we couldn't see anything.
I saw a couple of really cool shots from a few photographers here, but like this much coverage.
Yeah. Well, this week, condolences and prayers go out to Texas this week, who's had to deal with Hurricane Harvey, which has been probably one of the craziest hurricanes I've ever seen. Probably in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Yep.
It's really sad.
So yeah, I have a little thing here.
Also, condolences go out to Oregon, where there's just a ton of fires going on. situation.
Yeah. I guess I saw something where there was over 550 things, questionable things of like price gouging.
Yeah.
Like you just saw it everywhere. I guess some places were charging like the price per bottle, and that's how they figured everything into their price.
Yeah, that's what happened with Best Buy. They said it was an accident, actually, and they issued a public apology on their Facebook today, I saw. So
Okay.
they're at least owning up to it and saying, oops, we did bad.
Maybe they just got busted, so they're like, oh, we didn't know that was going on.
It did kind of sound like that at first. It sounded like, like, oh, well, Best Buys usually don't sell water. That's not like our thing. So we don't really know what happened. We don't really know what happened there.
We don't have a UPC code for that, so
We kind of do electronics. We
We
don't
just-
really do liquid stuff.
Well, because usually when they do, they sell it by the bottle up at the front of the store, and
Yeah.
then it's like $1 and
Yeah,
or
totally.
$2.
yeah, it's true.
So it's pretty crazy. I hope I didn't lose any audio there for a minute.
Yeah,
If you guys hear anything wrong with the video or anything, please let me know.
Okay.
Wabi, I can't answer. Well, I guess
He's
you guys want to talk to Wabi?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Probably should be turning it
Go.
Put him on speaker.
You got him on speaker.
Hey, Wabi.
Yeah, so they were saying on the news too that
Illinois, we lost down during the hurricane thing. I'm trying to figure out how to type in.
Can you hear us on the feed? Are you watching? Are you watching this?
Now it's back on. Yeah, I can hear. There's a bit of a delay.
Okay.
I'm not seeing us talking right now, but.
well, nobody's
how do
talking
I,
except for you.
type in?
Uh,
The chat isn't showing up on the thing either.
Oh, the chat's not showing up? That's good to know.
No.
Is there somebody? Somebody says hello over there. What is
that,
it?
That was-
that was me.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
Is it? Hi, Nicole. Damn it! I just answered you on the phone. I mean, on the screen. She said, "Hey, Bobby." I'm like, "Hey, Nicole." Oh shit.
What are you watching us on Facebook?
Damn, this is weird as hell. I can't look at the screen. Can you tell me Skype in, please, or what do I call?
I can't-
What's Chris's Skype number?
I can't Skype in yet. I tried to set it up last night, but it wasn't working very well.
You can just FaceTime
Oh,
on
not
my
working?
phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just call my
Alright,
phone.
I'll do that.
Okay. Can
Sounds
you
good.
set up the?
But that means I can watch the show because. Oh, great! You guys are laughing at me on the screen about saying hi to Nicole late. That's awesome.
Okay, so there's a bit of a
I can't watch
delay
both
then.
These things is making me insane.
There is a bit
Okay,
of
I'll
a delay.
FaceTime Monica.
Okay.
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 All right.
But
So they were saying on the news actually that they're talking about this storm moving over to New Orleans, and they have like 4 or 5 of their drainage things that are out, that are not functional.
right.
Which is really kind of scary because they've already been through one horrific hurricane.
Recently,
Yeah.
yeah.
And to have another one, that's just a devastation for for that city,
I mean,
like the place.
No, yeah. I mean, it does
Mhm.
bring back memories of Katrina, for sure. Which was also a really horrible storm.
did you see it was a big thing on Twitter today saying President Trump's doing so great about acknowledging this
Oh yes. yes.
versus
Obama.
Obama during Katrina? When
Jeez.
Obama wasn't our president yet.
Yeah.
It's
So-
pretty cute. Yeah. I love the educated followers of Trump supporters.
Obama still should have acknowledged it, though. I don't care if he was just a senator for Illinois. You should acknowledge national
He did.
disasters.
He actually did. He was sending down people to help out.
I'll fact check it. I'm the bar guy. I'll fact check it.
I'm gonna
Fact
need,
check.
I'm gonna need to verify this information.
Can you verify that he was not president at that time too, please? Just to make sure.
I will, actually.
Ashley Powers just left us a little message. She says,
Hi, Ashley.
"Love you guys.
Mwah.
Hi.
Love you too, Ashley.
Love you, Ash.
We're planning to go to Mexico, I think, right? That's
Yeah, for her
in the
birthday.
cards. We'll see how that
Yeah.
works out. Hopefully
Yeah.
it does. I want to go.
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. It's been a long time.
Y'all been down to Mexico?
Afterwards, you guys got to come to the Caribbean and see me.
Yeah. Well, we can make a trip out of it.
I'm moving to Florida.
So you're moving to Florida. What part of Florida?
Melbourne. So it's on the East Coast.
That's in Australia.
Yeah, that's in Australia. Come on, we know this.
I know my geography. Come on now. Try again.
There's no.
I'm actually going to Australia.
That's sick.
God, I wish.
So where's Melbourne at?
It's about an hour south of Cape Canaveral and an hour east from Disneyland. So.
Okay. Yeah. Disney World
Or
sounds.
Disney World, yeah.
Disney World.
An hour east from Disneyland would be.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how that works. Like, there's a portal. It's a government portal.
There's a time warp.
So when are you leaving? Do you know when you're leaving as well?
Stuff ships out next week, and then I ship out not too long after that. So.
Boo.
Peace.
We're gonna miss Nicole.
It was so sudden. It was so sudden.
No, it's been coming for like 4 months.
It's not sudden for her. She's been waiting to try and find out
as
her
far
orders.
as you finding out, it was just like we knew you were leaving, but
Yeah.
you had no time date. You had no idea when you left on your trip, and then you came back and you're like, I'm leaving in a week and a half.
Cheers to the military.
But
Eh,
Right?
here we go. Honestly, it is a cheers. Thank you guys for all your service. And
yes, and of course, you know, you have military helping with the aid effort and everything like that. So
Yep.
they're not just for wars; they help out too.
Yep.
Sure.
that's right.
So, but yeah, I saw another video too. This another video that was going around about that is there was an African American woman in a shelter with her kids, and then a reporter came up to interview them, and then she basically called them out for being like, her point of view was, why are you guys interviewing us? You're just using this for TV. You're just using this for ratings. Why do you still have this microphone in my face? Like, you know, she started swearing. She's like, get this microphone out the fuck out of my face. You know, but it's weird because it kind of sounded like she agreed to be interviewed,
Right.
but then I think she just got really upset,
Yeah.
and then she kind of like
Just
blew
kind of
up.
lashed out.
Yeah.
You know, like in stressful situations, stressful times, you know, you don't really know how you're going to react. So maybe she was cool with it at first, and then the more she started talking about it, the more she realized she was upset about that upset about the situation, and then it just kind of amplified,
Yeah.
escalated quickly.
Well, I mean, there's
Yeah.
like a couple different people
Uh-huh.
take this as a different point of view. You know, like media's there to kind of inform people and let people know what's happening, and you know that's how people actually get involved with, you know, Red Cross and everything like that, or
Yeah.
actually driving down there themselves, or whatever it may be. So it gives the situation exposure. So, I mean, I get where she's coming from. You can't be mad at somebody who's in that situation for saying
No.
those things, but at the same time, like the news is there to cover these things.
Yeah.
That's what the media does. You know,
Yeah.
good
The
or
media
bad.
also sensationalizes things too, and kind of, you know.
But when it comes to hurricanes, you kind of want it to be sensationalized. Otherwise, you're not going to get as much help in relief efforts and that sort of thing. If people don't
True.
see how bad it can be,
True.
they're just going to be like, meh, well, we got a little bit of rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's still going. It's still
Yeah.
hanging out. You know.
Yeah, what did it say? Like 28 inches in or was it 38 inches in 24 hours or something like that?
They got a
Something
ridiculous
ridiculous.
amount the
Yeah.
first day.
Yeah.
They were saying so it moved east a little bit over like Port Arthur and
Yeah,
Beaumont
yeah.
more so. And over a span of 24 hours, 26 inches of rain fell.
26, yeah.
26. So that's
That's a lot.
retarded.
Yeah.
That's
That's a
retarded.
lot.
I mean, just imagine that per square foot, and then per, like, if that's all that water's going to a river, or you know, I guess what I'm saying is, you know, like it goes into streams, it goes into rivers, and it's not just 24 inches; it's like accumulated over this
Oh, yeah.
big stretch of water.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just like,
And then that starts to overflow and goes out, and
yeah,
it's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
Houston looks like an ocean right now, and it's kind of terrifying.
It is. It is.
yeah. Well, hopefully,
There's actually a police officer that drowned in his cop car, like on the highway. So,
good lord.
yeah, really sad stuff.
He's still in the cop car.
I don't. It's
I mean, even
Yeah.
cop cars aren't immune from flooding.
No,
you
but
know?
I'm like, so why was he still in there?
I do not know. That I'm not aware of.
That's what I don't understand. How does, you know,
Maybe look it up and see if you could find some facts on that.
that's where like you walk like on eggshells around, you know, because you don't want to like just like, but dude, get out the car.
Right?
What do you? Yeah, like
I mean, was it like a flash flood, maybe?
it possibly could have been.
Unexpected?
Yeah, or
I
maybe
guess.
maybe fell into like a pothole or something and it just submerged very quickly, or I don't know. Maybe there was a random sinkhole. I don't know. Yeah. Thanks. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he was rushing to the scene of somewhere.
What?
No. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Keep it like that.
Like that?
You can move this up and down, or however you want.
Okay.
But keep that towards you.
As you can tell, I'm not very experienced
There are
with
a couple of
microphone.
rookies here, so
I got the briefing on it earlier.
you need to talk in the top of your mic.
I know, but I don't want to be like making out with the mic.
It's okay.
This is what they do the whole show.
Yeah,
usually.
where-
It's like this.
It sounds a lot
This
better.
one.
You got to
Yeah.
think about what the people at home are hearing.
No, that's like
They're
this.
hearing my voice, which pretty much sucks anyway, so.
They love your voice,
Hey,
Nicole.
You've got an adorable voice.
I mean, that's subjective. But like, I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just saying.
It's got pitches.
Wabi calls it the Minnie Mouse voice.
When you get very excited, it gets very high pitched.
WTD_90 says butts.
Butts.
He just wanted me to say that.
Classy.
Butts.
All right. We've got them.
Everybody gets one. Okay, so moving on. We have, let's see. Oh, Conor McGregor was knocked out, or there was a stoppage, TKO stoppage in round 9 against Floyd Money Mayweather. Now, this fight was a 12-round fight, but it only went 9. It seemed like, man, I got to get used to this too. See, I'm a rookie at this stuff. This is usually Tony's job. But okay, so I can't switch because I didn't set up the mixer on the other channel.
So
Apparently, we lost sound again.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I was wondering if that happened the first time, actually. So
all kinds of fun.
thank you, Armageddildo. Did Armageddillo. Got it.
I think it's supposed to be like an armadillo, but
Sorry.
not.
Thanks for the heads up, though. Appreciate you. Okay, so I had a bunch of slides and stuff set up, but now I can't air them because otherwise I'm gonna have to lose sound. Maybe I'll do it if we take a break.
Okay.
So yeah, so Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, pretty much what we all expected, I think. Kind of something along those lines.
No, not
Yeah.
at all.
No.
But not what I was hoping for.
Okay, ringers off.
Well, that was Wabi.
That was Wabi.
Whoa.
Actually, now Wabi will actually get to hear what he sounds. What my phone sounds like when he calls. It sounds like it's like crying his name. It's ridiculous. If you want to have some fun, just change Siri's voice on your phone. If you have an iPhone, you can change it to like a British or an Australian.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you have it on English right now?
I have it on an English lady, and she basically does not know how to say Wabi's name, so she basically cries it. And it's I can't help but laugh every time he calls.
We can't Skype in, dude. I told your drunk ass already. We don't have the Skype set up. Next time. Next week. Next week. We'll have things.
Armagadillo says the best part of my name is having to make people try and say it.
Okay, turn off your ringer. Jesus Christ. So unprofessional.
Hello.
Hola.
Hello, Wob.
Hello, Monica.
Did you finally get to hear your what you said?
Good Lord.
I wasn't grow up. Jesus Christ, that's where we end up?
Yes.
That's the ceiling.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out how to put you up, but
Well, flip your camera, that way I can see you, and then the phone can face it. I don't know.
This is killing me right now.
And they can't see him, so it doesn't really.
Yeah. Did he hang up?
no, he's still there.
Yeah, you got me paused.
Okay, well, at least put him on the mic so we can hear what he's saying.
So
Here.
yeah, other people can hear what he's saying.
Okay. Can you talk now?
I can talk. What am I looking at? The wall?
That's the ceiling.
Oh, okay. I can deal with that.
Okay.
So, where were we? Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a story about that, right?
Oh yeah. So everywhere in Texas, like we were in this tiny town. It's called San Angelo, and there was maybe like 4 places showing it, and the cover charges were like $15 to $20 a person. So
Yeah, that sounds about right.
we decided just to buy it and stream it over the internet.
How much was the stream?
It was $100.
So, okay, so it's the same price as buying it through cable or...
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So we hooked up my laptop to the TV, went and got an HDMI cord, had a nice fancy setup with some margaritas and a coffee pot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Coffee pot.
Nothing
And
like
then
boxing and coffee.
so we had it all set up, and we get to watch like the first 2 prelims, and it just shuts down on us.
Oh.
So for like the next few hours, we spend the entire time scouring Twitter. I would like to say thanks to Sinkholes. I can't remember the numbers that came after it.
Kinkles?
Yeah, Sinkholes with a K. Because he got us the most reliable stream.
Thanks,
Oh, video
Kate.
or just live tweeting?
For video.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
So you were one of the people that got cut off, huh?
Yeah, we were.
So are you going to be involved in that live what is it called? The
Class action
class
lawsuit.
action lawsuit?
I think we're just gonna.
The UFC said that they're already talking. They're
Yeah.
already like putting things in motion to refund the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna dispute the charge or whatever.
I have it. I have a quick little statement here. You're going to lose sound again, but just read it real quick. So there you go. There was a quick little statement put out by the UFC. So they said they're going to refund everybody.
Yeah, so thankfully we'll get our money back and that sort of thing. We finally got it to actually stream about like there was like 2 minutes left.
That's
So-
Oh,
bullshit.
the last round? Just the 10th round?
Yeah, like the
yeah,
last 2.
pretty much like the last 2 rounds was all
Yeah,
we
that's
got
the best
to
part of the
actually.
fight.
Yeah, but you want to see everything leading up to that. You
Yeah.
paid the money. You want to see the whole damn fight.
Exactly.
Man,
And-
I'm just saying.
$100 for 2
Nothing-
rounds of boxing? I'd be fucking pissed.
And Conor McGregor seemed like he was doing pretty good at the first couple of rounds, so I was excited for those rounds.
Yeah, that was a disappointing outcome. But we were trying to watch it.
Disappointed.
How?
What? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't like Mayweather. I personally wanted to see him get popped in the face as hard as possible for him being a woman beater.
Ooh.
So
Alleged.
I alleged my ass.
happened.
So
He did get popped in the face as hard as he could.
no. I mean like literally like put down. I wanted a TKO.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
understand the emotion behind
Like-
it, but you couldn't possibly think McGregor had a real shot at this.
No,
No,
but I was
but-
still hoping for
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. It's not so much about like the legitimacy of it, but as it is about the hopes and the dreams of it.
Yeah.
Was it more of an underdog kind of mentality?
For me, it totally was.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching anyone take themselves out of their comfort zone and challenge the best of the best. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see that underdog beat the best of the best.
Yeah.
That's just how it's always going to be, no matter the sport.
And I just wanted to see Mayweather get the shit beat out of him, so that was
Which didn't really happen either. But
it didn't
Yeah.
happen either. So again, just not my favorite
Fell
outcome.
for the narrative. This was a damn commercial. That's all it was. It was a damn circus.
So
Our-
it could have been an even better commercial by making the underdog win.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, but come on. First of all, I don't know how you can categorize him as an underdog. He's an asshole, loud, brash. He owns his sport. He's not really an underdog.
Well,
he's
but
an underdog.
he was the underdog because he went from a sport that he does so very well in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me give you
He
analogy.
wasn't.
He's
Now,
an
Something-
underdog because he left his yard and went to a bigger dog's yard in his home turf. This
That makes you the under.
don't do that.
well, yeah. I mean, he was cocky. I mean, rightfully so. He was confident. He was cocky. However you want
Yeah.
to look at it, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what boxing is. It's hyping up the fight. It's getting people excited about it. It's talking shit.
Yeah.
It's you make people think that you hate each other. Even though I know these guys were partying together probably the night
Yeah,
after.
right.
They were partying anyway. They're just like, we're both fucking rich right now. We don't
They're
give a
counting
shit.
their money.
With
Yeah.
all that
Yeah.
money, they better have been partying.
Well, it was a Dumb and Dumber clip that I saw yesterday where it was with the part where they were like they were wiping their tears and stuff with the
Blowing
money.
their nose, yeah. And they
Yeah.
were like Connor and Connor.
This is Connor McGregor right now, and he's wiping the face with
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
money.
don't feel sorry for them. They're still made a ton of money. So
Who's that back there with headphones on?
Huh?
what?
Who's back there with headphones on?
What?
No
Nobody.
one.
Behind the lights. Is that Philip?
Yeah, that's Phil. But he doesn't have
Hi,
headphones
Phil.
on.
Can you see him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. You can see him from here.
Right? You don't have headphones on? Yeah.
Wabi just said you have big ears.
I did not say that. He can hear me even though he can't talk.
You can talk.
He can talk. He's got a mic. He just doesn't have headphones.
Go ahead. Do you have a rebuttal, Phil?
So yeah. So that was pretty much. I guess everybody's like, give Connor credit. He threw some punches. He got a couple in there. He landed more than so and so. Yeah, and that's exactly why he got tired in the 9th round too,
Hey, no,
because he
no.
threw everything he had in the first 8 rounds.
And he looked a lot better than I expected.
I don't know, man. It was sloppy, if you ask me. He had
Yeah,
some.
it was sloppy. That wasn't his sport. You know what I mean? But the way he
Yeah.
was dinging Mayweather, who's notoriously unhittable,
No.
that was pretty impressive.
He had.
The
Go ahead.
reason he hit Mayweather is because Mayweather let him hit him. Like, Mayweather fought a fight that he would never
Take the
fight.
blows, but he didn't. Some of them he wasn't blocking. They were just sneaking in through the wall and hitting dead in the face.
Right,
That's
but
pretty impressive. If you can hit him in the face, that's impressive.
the reason he was getting hit in the face is because he knew, like, if you watch the first 3 rounds, Mayweather, there's that one uppercut that everyone likes to talk about. And, okay, that may be the case. He caught him with an uppercut. But if you watch the first 3 rounds, Mayweather's, like, not in his face a lot. And then if you watch after those 3 rounds, Mayweather's pretty much like, this guy is not going to hurt me. He's not going to hurt me, so I can just walk in on him, and he's not
That's what
going to
he
hurt
did.
me.
He changed the game. The first half was essentially it's almost through the 5th round that he was doing the backup technique.
Yeah.
But when he flipped out and came out after the whatever round that was, he was completely.
Oh, he
forward.
smelled blood after the 8th round. He smelled blood.
Yeah.
He knew it was. He
Yeah.
knew he was tired.
No.
He knew it was
You know
over.
how McGregor yelled out, "I made him a Mexican. I made him like that shit."
Yeah.
That was actually a compliment. It's true. In boxing, Mexicans are known to be the Mexican fighters are known to be aggressive and really, really fun to watch for a crowd. You know what I mean? They don't. There's none of this like dancing around technique. They just go at each other.
Yeah.
And so when he called them that, everybody, oh my God, he did a racist. No, it's like that's a real boxing thing, man. Mexicans don't back up; they come forward. That's a compliment.
Yeah. You could see the power, him losing power behind those punches too. So even though he was landing them, they didn't have a lot of power. Like in the later rounds, they didn't have a lot of power behind him. So it was kind of just like at that point, Mayweather was like, okay, now you're gonna see what boxing really is.
Well, it's entirely different too because
It was
UFC,
game, you know?
they try
Yeah.
and
Stay.
Yeah.
UFC, they try and play like the short game and get people down and
It's
gone
three
as fast as possible.
3 5-minute
Yeah.
rounds.
Yeah.
You know.
So, entirely different world.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, and that alone should tell you there's no way he can win 12 rounds.
Yeah. I think a lot of people knew he was going to get gassed because
Everybody.
if you don't land that punch, that knockout punch in pretty much the first 2 or 3 rounds, maybe 4 rounds, then they knew that was pretty much it. He wasn't going to have a
He was
chance to go distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
once it got beyond that, once it got out of that 4th, 5th round, then you're kind of like, okay, now you're going to see the Conor, the UFC fighter, not the boxer anymore.
Yeah.
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 You know, like that, everybody knew that's how it was going to go. It was such a circus, a spectacle. You couldn't help but watch. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
You know what I'd like
Yeah.
to see? I'd like to see a rematch, but instead, Mayweather, UFC. Yes.
That's not gonna happen.
everybody wants that.
I just
But
think that'd be
it's-
amazing.
Yeah, it's never going to happen.
It's
but-
not gonna
No, that's
happen.
impossible.
Mayweather's got too big of a head to do that to himself.
Yes.
No. I mean, we
But-
can put all their egos aside, but that's impossible. I mean, he has to learn an entire new art. McGregor's semi-boxer already because of his fighting skills, right?
Yeah.
Right.
True.
Mayweather has never used his legs for anything but walking around. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know any, grappling, floor work. He doesn't know any of that shit. There's no way. There's no way.
Again, it's not about the legitimacy of it. It's just about the dream and the hope of it. I
So
don't,
maybe he'd be
don't
like, yo,
care. I just
$100
want to see it.
million, I'm gonna take that.
I like fairy tales.
Choked out for the,
It's not a fairy tale if he comes to UFC and gets beat. It's a fairy tale if McGregor beats him. It's not the other way.
Happy endings. That's what I call it.
In a while, we'll go. We got a couple more things. Oh, you mean another beer? Ladies need another beer?
I could go for another one.
I'm,
Same.
I'm good right now. I got a lot. I'm slow right now. When you guys are beating me, then I know I'm not
Yeah.
Good
keeping the
Lord.
pace.
And Tony leaves town, and nobody can Skype in.
This is
You need a Tony in your life.
We do.
Well, Tony was trying to help me out last night with the Skype thing, and I couldn't get him on my computer, and he couldn't set it up on his either. So we think it might be something with the program or something with Skype. So we might have to
You
try.
have a Skype number?
Yeah, I have a Skype number, but
All right, when you're done here, just text it to me, and I'll try it from my computer here.
okay. You
I was
mean-
all ready to go, ready to Skype in, but I didn't know how to fucking get a hold of you.
yeah, that's why I'm saying maybe next week we'll do the Skype thing because I think hopefully we can get it
Yeah.
figured out by then.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I found like 6 other Chris Overtons, though. That was fun.
Oh, but going back to one more thing about that fight was you said it was so. I mean, I thought it was so surreal. Like when the bell rang in the first round, and you see Conor McGregor and Mayweather standing toe to toe. You're just like, I was kind of just like, what the fuck? This is so weird. Like just seeing, seeing a boxer and an MMA guy, and you're kind of like, this is part circus and part boxing match right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was really, but a lot of that was also because, the hype was huge.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
They did a
there's
great job of just traveling the world and cussing each other out to the point where we wanted to see them punch each other.
yeah.
Like it was just, you wanted to, because they had to bypass the fact that it's so stupid and made it real, and it worked. Shit, they won, man.
Well, you got to make sure that you can afford to pay them, so they had to do their own part in making sure they got the numbers.
Yeah, that's why the hype behind them before a match is the most important part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you saw that Oscar De La Hoya tweet fiasco shit?
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, he has, Golden Boy Promotions. One of his biggest fights ever is coming up in September. And what he did was tweet. This is what he said. He said, "Fuck you, McGregor and Mayweather. You're disrespecting boxing, blah, blah, blah." And then he did hashtag the fight that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And Dana White responds and he goes, "What is this dude still drinking and snorting coke? Get the fuck out of here!" Basically, like, he's like, "We're doing our thing," And the backlash on his tweet, he basically deleted it because he fucked up his own fight. Why would you, the fact that they're fighting keeps boxing in the conversation.
Right. Yeah, because boxing isn't as big as it used to be, right? So.
No, because MMA's eating its market share up like fucking
Yeah.
pudding.
Right.
Oh, and they pay MMA fighters less than they pay boxers.
Yeah,
So.
totally.
Yes.
Guess I can drink that. I had was probably.
I'll do the 805, please.
I mean,
If you
I
don't
prefer
mind.
an 805, but
Okay, I get you.
Do we have more?
Hey, I had 805 today.
Did you really?
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Are you kidding? 16-hour days. I'm drinking anything in front of me.
Are you? I wonder if you're close to a Firestone brewery. I know they have 3 in California.
I don't know.
You're probably less than a couple hours from one, at least.
I know there's Lagunitas is like an hour and 15 minutes from here.
oh, are you gonna go get the new beer?
Absolutely not.
The super,
No?
What is it?
What did you
Chronic.
say?
Is
What
it
the
called?
man? Beer is not worth my gas
Super-
money. You kidding me?
Yeah, so Lagunitas came out with a new beer that actually has cannabis in it. So that's like,
Oh, are you serious?
yes, it's a real
That's-
thing. It's
Wait a
not a
minute.
joke.
Now, like, it's active? Like, you can feel it if you drink it? Or it's just
Supposedly.
alcohol with a flavor of weed?
No, it's actually supposed to have the THC in it.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's, like, content.
Yes.
Yeah, supposed to be.
Okay, I'll drive.
Right,
Yo,
we gotta try
You
it.
know what? I'll get a couple of those beers, and then we'll do it for a beer segment one of these days.
Ooh.
We gotta try it. For
Are you
sure.
gonna bring them
Smoke
to
my own
us?
shit yet, but, you know, I'll drink some.
Ouch.
I posted it on my.
Does anybody
Facebook,
else want to
too.
hold Wabi for a while?
I don't know that this mic works as well for that.
Here, I'm gonna switch hands, Wabi. I'm spinning you around.
Slap hands.
Okay, there we go. Ah, sorry.
Ooh, that was fun. We did a little flip.
Oh, my arm. Okay.
Okay, it's a cannabis extract infused
Thank you, Phil.
IPA.
Thank you, Phil.
Hi, Phil.
Phil says hi.
Yeah, so a cannabis extract infused IPA.
Do they list an actual, like, cannabinoid content or THC percentage or anything like that?
Listen to you with those fancy words.
Hasn't been released yet. I'm sure I could go to the site and find out.
Wait, the beer hasn't been released yet, or the information?
No, it's about to though. There's a site I'm on. If you go to, it's called Super Critical. It's called Super Critical, and if you go to their website, they have all the spots they're going to be releasing it in.
Oh, okay.
But
So
it's all
the
in
breweries
California,
now-
obviously.
Yeah. Because they're encountering, like, they can't go across state lines, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
I think that's the thing is they got to
Because
keep it in
it's-
California.
Yeah, you can.
So, let's see.
Well, I'm in California. I'm gonna fucking go try that shit.
Exactly. That's why I was asking.
Damn right. I didn't know you was gonna eat it. I'll try that shit. Yeah, no worries.
Super Critical Ale is made with 6 different kinds of hops, in addition to a terpene blend, a Blue
Yeah.
Dream sativa, and Girl Scout cookies hybrid.
Ooh.
No shit.
Girl
Yeah.
Scout cookies.
We grow Girl Scout cookies.
Really?
Yeah, and the terp stuff is basically that dab shit that Tony does.
Ah.
So it's super
Interesting.
concentrated. The process is so fucking like the professor from fucking Back to the Future. It's ridiculous.
I-
I'm like, what person came up with this? How they extract it in like vacuum tubes and all kinds of
Yeah.
craziness.
Yeah, you're right. It's pretty much like a dab, like
Yeah.
dabs. Yeah, it's an extract. So it's pretty much what
These guys
dabs are.
out here, you know, like we're essentially we're not really like a, you know, when I say it's a weed farm or whatever, it's not structured like that. It's structured as a co-op,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody here obviously has a card, and they're patients essentially, right? That's how you call it. You don't call them customers; you call them patients.
It's obviously a for-profit co-op.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yes. But so these guys, you know, they are the connoisseurs of this shit, man. You should see some of these fucking concoctions that I look at them like, these are crack pipes, man. This isn't weed anymore. You know, you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
They're hitting, like Tony does with the torches and all this crazy shit. And so I was talking to one of the guys, and I was like, so what is that? Like, how much is it? You know, he takes a little dab like Tony does or whatever. And he's like, well, you know, the carcinogens, you know, you avoid that by doing the dabs because it's cleaner. You don't really, it's not smoke, the paper is not there, all that kind of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
He said this little dab is essentially a blunt, and I'm like, you just smoked a blunt in 3 seconds, and then we're gonna go back to work? Okay, all right.
That sounds terrifying.
No, we've been doing this for months. I never knew anything. They're insane, man.
Tony just sent me this picture because he's in Washington. Obviously, it's legal in Washington too. He just sent me this
Right,
picture of this weed cigar that he bought.
Oh, the one with the leaf and rolled and all this?
Yeah,
I forget the name of it. Did he tell you the name of it?
uh,
Hi, Nicole.
it's called Blueberry. It's a blueberry. West Coast or pure hemp kingpin.
There's a name for that, but whatever. He said that shit was insane, man.
Oh, it's handmade, veganic cannabis cigar wrapped in pure hemp.
Yeah, and then they put the oil on it and then roll it in keef.
Yeah, look at that
Oh,
thing.
what is that?
I wish I
That's
could put.
like
That looks like a
shot,
dessert.
Like 3
That
shots
doesn't
of
look
like
like any
Jaeger,
of
You see that?
mints, and whiskey.
I
All
don't
in
know
one
if-
glass, and then you chug it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to
That's-
see that on the
That's
camera.
crazy.
Yeah.
And he said like a couple of hits off that little joint thing, like put him on his ass. I'm like, that's saying something for
Is
him.
that like a
right?
rope?
Dude, it
What
does
is the rope
not
soaked
look
in?
Like
Is the rope soaked in
Anything
anything? Is that what?
Oil.
Oil. That's soaked in oil.
Yeah, so the keef can stick to it.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's the
It's kinda
cigar
like,
right
you
there.
egg wash something
yeah, you
before
can see it.
Right.
Yeah,
That's so crazy what they've done that now it's like
it looks nuts. It's like
you used to just like pack a bowl and smoke it. And that was it.
the Cheech and Chong changed the game, son.
Maybe roll it, but like now it's like all these different ways to
Cheech and Chong can't handle this shit anymore.
I know. Tony smoked that stuff the other couple weeks ago. That was, and he's like, "Yep, Snoop Dogg don't even fuck with that shit."
That's all too scary for me.
Whoa, whoa,
Amen
whoa,
to that.
whoa, whoa. So yeah, cannabis infused beer. If you want to get a little high while you get a little drunk, there you go.
Yeah, man, that remind me of some of our afternoons.
Hey, but ooh, I miss those days.
Only thing missing will be the couch and fucking.
So, yeah,
Fuck, I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes right now.
yeah, we got some weird bug thing going on in Hawaii. There's like gnats everywhere right now.
That's not weird. That's just Hawaii.
That's just Hawaii. But it's been
Like-
humid as hell lately. So
it's muggy.
When I first moved to Hawaii, I remember walking to this little shopping center, town center, and I would just encounter at least 25 swarms of gnats
Yeah.
on the sidewalk. It
You-
was
yeah,
you
you
just
literally
walk
just have to
through-
close your eyes, your nose, and your mouth, and just go.
Nicole, yo.
And go
that's funny
through.
as hell, 'cause you remember
It's like
Johnny that worked in the kitchen?
yeah,
Right. You remember he had that big old beard?
yeah.
On his walk to work, he'd accidentally run through like 2 of those or something, and then he'd get to work, he'd like, what the fuck is in my beard? And he shook his beard one time. I was like back smoking, and all these fucking gnats flew out of his beard.
Oh, we all could have lived with that. We all could have lived with that. Knowing that.
just walk right through the swarm.
Backing up, like,
ew.
Yikes!
Thanks for sharing.
It really is like a version of the plague. Like it's almost like.
So wait, instead of locusts, we just got gnats.
Oh yeah, we got a swarms of gnats. Oh,
No
they're-
locusts, just gnats.
Just gnats, but there's a lot of them right now. Ooh, and we saw the hugest centipede last night. Yeah, it was like hanging off the ceiling, like the eaves of our outside area where we stack the kegs. Hello.
This is my man Frankie Two Fists out of Vegas.
Hey, Frankie. How you doing?
All right, how you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Yeah, the thing was, it was like
Security right now, so keep me safe, motherfucker.
that centipede was no joke. It was
Ye-
it
that-
was like probably this long,
Dude, it was.
and it was like
Lies.
no,
No.
it was
It was
like
that long.
Yes,
it was big,
it
and it was
actually
like
was.
it was the fattest centipede
It
I've
was-
seen this
it
year.
was
Pics
this
or it didn't
long.
happen?
This
Agreed.
long.
Like-
we
Why
have
weren't you taking pics?
we have pictures. We have to get them from Bubba and those guys.
Yeah,
They
it-
took pictures.
was a
I was
fatty,
not going
too.
anywhere near it, so.
Oh, I would have loved to get near that.
No.
I would have loved that.
And did what?
Capture it.
Scream.
Made it my pet.
Yeah.
I like bugs.
Have you ever been bitten by one? It sucks.
No, that's why you capture it so it can't bite. And then you release it into the wild a little bit further away from humanity.
So it can come back and bite you? Get out of here.
If you release it away from humanity, it's not going to be able to bite you.
I won't
Oh,
release
bro,
It's
it.
not
you
like
know
a
what you
raccoon.
do?
It doesn't
Grab
find
one
its way
slipper
back.
and hit him right in the head. Pop. Done.
Not that one.
Then you light them on fire.
That one wouldn't have been. No, you couldn't have killed that one with one sleeper. That wouldn't have
So,
happened.
It's not like rattlesnakes where you have to take a shovel and cut their head off.
Oh, you can take a shovel and do it if you want. That'll work too.
But can't they regenerate? Is that true? Is that it?
Rattlesnakes?
No.
Or
Centipedes.
If you cut one head off, then they grow two.
No. They grow
Hi,
back a
Jack.
tail, right? Like, is that true? Or is that myth? They grow a head? That's disgusting. I don't know if it is either, but I was told that.
True. Based off of the nervous system, I don't think that's true. You can fact check it, but
I feel like that's something that they just tell people when they first move here, just so that like.
You're the only one that heard that, though.
No, not true. Other people have said that too.
I've heard it, but their nervous system is not good for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Boy!
The centipede can grow another head?
No, it
No,
cannot grow
you
another head.
can't.
That's what we were told, and that's why you have to chop it into little pieces, and that's why you have to burn it. Otherwise, it will regenerate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bogus.
You know when you said that the first they tell you when you first moved to Hawaii, that kind of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot like, don't be afraid of sharks. They only like white meat. I'm like,
Oh my god, I went swimming with sharks.
Yeah, she
They
did.
didn't eat me.
She did.
It was great.
Yeah, she was like, "Hey," she's like, "We should go swimming with sharks." And I was like, "I tell you what, if Chris can go, if Chris wants to go, then I will definitely go," knowing full well
She
that
knew it
Chris
was-
was not gonna want to
Fuck
go.
that.
yeah, you just re-up the life insurance.
So that was my saving grace there.
Yeah. I told Justin that he should have upped the life insurance policy on me like 2 months ago because I've done some pretty
She's been
ridiculous
pretty-
hikes and
You have been pretty daring lately.
yeah,
You have.
only get to be in Hawaii once.
Yeah. At least you're knocking a lot of stuff off your checklist you made. You made a little checklist
Yeah.
before you leave Hawaii. You got to do these things. And
Yes, very
Yep.
organized. You are the most organized person I've ever met. That was very,
What
very
were the top-
impressive.
what were the
I'm really, really concerned for the rest of your life if I'm the most organized person.
I mean, by as far as like the notebook went, maybe not everything, but
Definitely not.
Wait, did you guys go on a trip together?
No,
no,
didn't have time.
Did you make it to that other island, though? The one with the mules?
no,
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, what the fuck? You went to Missouri?
Well,
The hell did you go to Missouri for?
my family's there, and I attempted to see the eclipse. Did you miss this part earlier?
It might have been when it was doubling up. Is that Chris's face?
That's why I thought we were on the wrong side of the phone to the mic. I was like,
Yeah.
why is it not coming through?
Alright.
He's showing his beard.
Yeah, you get a side view of my face. You should have never FaceTime. Now you get an actual face for your FaceTime.
I can count your pores.
Good. Are they clean? Just make sure.
Nah, you got Blackhead City going on, man. You can squeeze them in the mirror. You got
Oh,
Seen too many videos
Really?
about that.
yeah.
Everybody gets some sort of deep justification and joy out of squeezing a pimple.
If it's
Well,
yours,
if it's yours.
you don't want to see anybody else's.
I don't want to see his shit. I'm just saying. I know how I feel when I do it.
Phil, what you just got a little grossed out over there. What was that? Is there any way
You think that's wasabi on your plate?
if we could just show Phil right now? If we could show Phil right now, man, he looks like the king over there. He's just like surrounded by sushi
And
and a beer. It's just all is
the
missing. He
life.
needs like a fan. Somebody just over there fanning him and
Our bartenders work hard and play even harder. So Nicole, what was probably maybe a top 3 of the things you did?
All right. So, number 1 had to be climbing Mount Ka'ala. It is the tallest mountain on Oahu. So that was pretty nuts. There was like this boulder that was gigantic, and on the other side of the boulder was this sheer drop. And I never thought I was afraid of heights until that moment. And there's totally a little bit of fear of heights for everyone.
Yeah, I definitely do.
And how long did that take you?
That one took us about 12 hours. We had a healthy stop at the top. And
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Atta girl.
Yeah, it was pretty rad. Two of my guy friends, Gabe and Leo, went with me on that one. And then number 2 was we took the Waimano Home Ridge Trail all the way out to the end. And this one was great just for the vista. Because you start in the middle of the island, and by the time you get to the end, you can see the entire, like, east coast. So you can see, like, Kaneohe Bay and that sort of thing. So it's just the most gorgeous view. Like, honestly, I would almost say the view on that one tops Ka'ala.
Mm-hmm.
But it totally had this one point where you're just like, does this hike ever end?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Really? After the 12-hour one, this is the one that you're hoping it ends?
Well, because it was, so this one was like an 8-hour hike round trip, I think, which we totally like hung out at the end, and there's this really cool windy spot where totally like just laid there and relaxed for a long time. So, but like it has a whole bunch of turns, and you just are like, when's the last turn? But at the end, the wind is so strong that you can like throw things off. And as you throw the like little rocks off, they kind of like hover and then fly back over your head.
That's crazy.
It is amazing and totally freaked Leo out. But
And there's like old Hawaiian stories of like people who would just fall off the cliffs and they would get pushed right back
Get
up.
blown right back up.
I want to go. 'cause
The
that's
upside
over
down
at the
waterfall.
Poly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an upside down waterfall over there, supposedly.
It's true.
According to Google, it is true.
Yeah, right. It's a lot like the damn centipede growing extra heads and sharks don't like black people.
I
Don't
mean,
do it.
Which are all true, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, so go ahead and jump there, Nicole.
well,
Mythbusters.
no, I'm not. I'm talking about the upside down waterfall, not me jumping off and coming back up.
Why not?
I weigh a lot more than water.
Come on, it's just water down there.
I don't think it's that deep of a pool.
And it's probably pretty far down, so.
Yeah.
But
All right, listen, I gotta run.
All right,
all
Wobby.
right.
Bye, Wobby.
I gotta be
Bye,
up in 6
Wobby.
hours, and I've got spaghetti sauce defrosting. I gotta feed the security guard because he saw my spaghetti sauce defrosting.
All right, well,
All right, go take care of your peoples.
yeah, take care of that farm.
I shall. I might Skype you in from another location. I had to fucking dig up an extension cord, find a light. This is retarded. More prep than when we used to set up the whole room before, just to fucking take time in.
I don't know about that. This is pretty extensive.
Well, I set it all up today, so.
Noted. All right, listen. If whatever, I'll Skype you a little later. Or,
All right.
All right,
FaceTime
Wobby.
you.
All right,
Bye,
Wobby.
Wobby.
Love y'all.
I
Aloha.
like you.
Love you.
Get some emotions in your life.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, Wobby. Yeah, and number 3 would be swimming with sharks because it was really cool. We did it without a cage. It was awesome.
Did you ever feel in danger?
No, as you are on your way out, they do like a safety brief, and they talk about like the habits of sharks and things to keep in mind. Like they are an apex predator, so you want to like maintain eye contact and kind of make sure that you're facing them.
Yeah.
You want to make sure you're not splashing around like you're scared. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like,
That would be my first thing. I would be all the above.
You know
I
what
would be
makes
avoiding
sense?
eye contact. and
Not swimming with sharks.
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
first thing that makes sense.
Okay.
So after that, okay, I get it.
So here's the thing: is in all the years that they've done open water dives,
They've
so
only lost a few people.
none. They have had 0 shark attacks internationally. As far as these open water dives go, they've had 0 shark attacks. So they're really good at what they do. They're really good at informing you. If they notice that a shark is maybe a little bit more agitated than normal, they pull you out of the water.
Okay.
We had 2 sharks come around. They were pretty cool. They got really close. There was a moment where I was like, oh, that shark is right below me and there is nothing I can do about it.
You didn't touch it?
No. I'm not going to touch a shark.
Did anybody touch it?
No one touched the shark.
I like how you got like incredulous about touching a shark, but you're already swimming with sharks and they're already like right there.
That's already like the danger,
No,
right?
if,
Like,
if you reach out and touch it, that's like, hey, come and
Touch
come
me.
and touch
They're
me.
telling you. So wait, okay.
They only have one way to touch you back, so.
So are these docile sharks? Are they more?
Well,
they're not like great whites or anything,
so
right? Like
it was Galapagos sharks.
okay.
But he did say that like a week or so before he had a tiger, and nothing happened with the tiger. So
Tigers would scare the shit out of me.
it would be
for sure.
so cool to see a tiger shark. Now I'm addicted. Once I move to Florida, I'm gonna go on one again.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Hey.
So basically,
You
in
are a
Hawaii,
braver
like
woman than I.
a
That's for
tiger
sure.
shark is probably the biggest fish shark you come across. Normally, there are some
fish.
random great whites I think that have strayed.
The last one was several years ago.
Yeah, but that doesn't
So I
happen
looked it
very
up.
often.
Yeah.
No.
So the
Not
tiger
often.
shark, usually when there's an attack here, it's a tiger shark.
Yep.
Or maybe a bull shark, I think, too. But
We do get bull sharks. Not as common as tiger sharks.
Yeah.
Tiger sharks have a couple of like little areas that they like to call home here around Oahu and especially around Maui. But
Am I the only one that learned my sharks from the little shark snacks? They're fruit snacks that were different shapes of sharks.
well,
anybody
everybody
remember
knows.
those?
I bet
No?
I bet I know what your favorite was. I'm gonna guess hammerhead.
Was it the blue one?
I
It
think the
might-
blue
it's-
was, or was the blue?
It was probably the most funkiest looking one, I think.
Probably. I don't
Did
know.
they
I just
have a specific color?
Wait, I
for
thought you just
shape?
said you remembered the shape. I thought you
I just
learned.
remember like that it was a thing. I don't remember like all the specific shapes and shit.
Well-
I mean, a hammerhead's pretty distinctive.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
You know what a hammerhead looks like, right?
No, I
You don't?
No,
Are you
I don't.
serious?
It's like a hammer.
Yeah, the head
That
is like
makes sense.
it's a really weird
Eyes.
fish. Yeah, the head actually looks like the head of a hammer, and it's like a long head, and it goes lengthwise, and there's eyes on the side of their head, basically. Like
They're creepy looking.
Is
they
it like
have
a
small
deep water
mouth
shark?
underneath. No. No.
It looks like
I'll look at. I'll get it.
You can find them like around like
Google
Chinaman's Hat
yeah, there's
area,
a
and
ton of
Kula, north side. There's a lot of them out there.
What?
What was the what kind of sharks hang out over like Bellows area? Because the past couple times we've been out there, there's been shark sightings, and we get pulled out of the water.
It's military thinking they see a shark in the water when really it's just like shadows of clouds.
they're not really gonna pull you out for a hammerhead either. They're pretty
Yeah,
calm.
You say like
shot.
probably like a
Sharks,
tiger
yeah.
shark.
people think they see sharks. I doubt there's a shark. And even if there is, it's kind of rare that they would go after people.
All I know is if they tell me there's a shark, I'm out of that water.
Yeah,
I'm not going to
I'm-
debate it.
no,
I'm
I'm
not
a-
going to look for clouds. I'm not going to look to see if what it is. If it's a rock, I don't care. You tell me there's a shark in there, I'm out. I'm
And
out. I'm not going to argue.
they only
Monica,
come-
they're more afraid of you than you are of them.
Oh yeah, and we tell that about bears too in Alaska. Guess what? No.
Well, so when they come
They're
that
faster,
close
bigger.
into shore, sharks are looking to feed.
Feed,
They're
Yeah.
looking for smaller fish.
Right.
So if they're that close into shore, you don't want to be out there because they're in hunting mode.
No.
Like,
Yeah,
they're
and
looking
I
for something to eat.
and I'd rather not be hunted. You know, that's just
Well, I mean, they're not going to go after you. That's why most shark attacks are
What's
just
wrong with
bites
me?
and not deaths. Like, they
Yeah,
take
they
one
usually-
bite of humans and they pretty much regret it
Oh.
instantly. But that's the only way they're going to know what you are.
and that person would probably regret it staying in the water to
Have you ever
find
seen-
out if
I'm
that
sure
was the
they do.
case.
Have you ever seen that video of the surfing competition? I forgot who the surfer was, but it was during the
It
competition.
was Mick Fanning,
Mick Fanning.
Australian surfer.
There you go. He was in the middle of the competition. They had this thing
Like
on
that
video, and all of a sudden he catches a wave, and all of a sudden you see a fin, like this giant fin, just like kick in the wave that he's on, and all of a sudden he hits the water, and then you just see him splashing around, and there's a fin in the water, like going
Yeah.
back and forth with him, and he's lucky he didn't get bit. Unfortunately, he was fine. But then
You say unfortunately.
no, I said but fortunately
Oh.
he didn't get bit.
I heard unfortunately.
Did I say unfortunately?
Yeah, you said unfortunately.
Unfortunately, that would have made for a way better video.
Way cooler story.
I would have caught that on live leak.
Sorry, Nick Fanning. Chris did not mean that.
Yeah, and then I guess he encountered a shark like a couple weeks later in another competition, just randomly. It didn't attack him,
Oh,
but it
man.
was in the water, like right by him, and then he was just like, "What the fuck, man?
You
Where are
know,
the?"
See,
that
I
might
would
be the moment I stop surfing.
exactly. I would take that as an omen and be like, you know what? Maybe this just isn't my thing anymore.
It just takes once for me, and I'd be like, "No fucking way! I'm never getting in the ocean again."
Yeah.
Dude, do you know how much of a badass you are? Like, 2 times you've had encounters with sharks, and you're fucking fine.
Yeah.
You never
Not
know.
only would I be in the water like all the fucking time, but I would just be like talking shit to sharks. Like, come on now, guys.
And
You
then
gotta look at it from that point of view.
Yeah. Yeah.
there was
Cock of the walk.
there was another video of a guy who was spearfishing, and he caught an ahi, he caught a tuna, and he was trying to reel it in, pull it in,
Yeah.
and sharks just started coming out of nowhere, and it like it started to take bites of the ahi. This guy ended up getting in a fight with the shark.
It was a tiger shark, wasn't it?
I think it
'Cause
was.
he
It
was
was a
in a
pretty good
kayak,
size.
right?
Yeah, they were probably not full grown actually, but they were pretty
Yeah.
big. And then he ended up having to like stab it in the face to like get it to go away.
Well, they say when you're spearfishing and when you're fishing out of a kayak, not to stay in one area for too long.
Yeah.
Because it saturates that area with the blood of the fish that you're.
Makes sense. It's
cooking.
almost like you're chumming
Yeah.
the water, yeah?
So,
And they pick up on the electromagnet, or I don't know what it is,
all the fish
of
that
the
are coming
fish.
towards
They know
you,
when they're in panic mode. They
Yep, exactly.
yeah.
So, yeah. Kids at home, don't stay in one spot too long.
All right, Jaws for real.
No.
I saw a picture too where they had a movie showing a Jaws, but it was on a lake, and everybody was just like in inner tubes, and they showed the movie while people were floating around in the water.
I saw that one when they were in a pool, but I think the lake would make it.
Yeah, it was in a
infinitely-
lake.
Definitely.
Yeah,
We
the one I saw was in a lake.
we had a friend who used to do movies on the beach, and he did Jaws. So we were sitting on the beach, just at the water.
I think at that point you got to be in the water.
And yeah, it was
Like-
it was interesting because I was like, I'm never going back in there again. Because just the fear of actual
it-
sharks in there.
Is it actually scary? I've never seen Jaws.
I think just the thought of the fact that there could be like this ginormous like monster of a thing in the water is enough. It's
There's
a
plenty of
pretty
stuff.
huge shark in Jaws.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I mean,
not super realistic. It's an older movie, but
a lot of the ocean is undiscovered. So.
That's yeah. I think people get freaked out of just knowing there's a whole world under them that you can't see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's all this aquatic life. You don't know. Fucking Steve Irwin gets killed by a stingray or a fucking shark, or
when he
you know,
wrestles
like
alligators
who
for
knows?
a living.
Who knows
Too
what's in the
soon.
water? But honestly, there's a lot of beautiful things to see in the water too. So it's kind
Exactly.
of.
Yeah.
There were these.
But I could get how people would
gorgeous-
kind of be freaked out by it too. Plus, when you're staring like into a just like darkness of ocean, like
Yeah.
It was so bright blue though, because they like took us out into the middle of the ocean, and it was just blue everywhere. And it
What
was
part of the island?
gorgeous. North Shore.
North Shore.
So we were a little bit off of. We left out of Haleiwa Harbor and went a little bit north of there.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous, and then there were these itty little bitty fish that were like shining in the sun, and they looked like little rainbows, and it was beautiful. So.
Yes. Did you see a humu humu nuku nuku apua?
I did not that time. I've seen plenty over the summer, but not that time. We were a little bit too far out for them.
Nuku nuku apua. Apua, bitch. So yeah. Well, that's cool. I don't know if maybe I'll do it one day. I don't know if I'll do it though.
Do it.
Maybe in a cage.
Well, so here's
But even I've seen people get fucked up in cages too.
no, that's only happened like a couple of times.
That's all it takes.
No, but so the thing is, in my mind, I would rather actually do it without the cage, because in the cage they have a tendency to like chum the water and that sort of thing. So they're drawing
Mm-hmm.
sharks to you using fish parts and that sort of thing. The thing that drew the sharks to us was just the sounds of the engine, because they're used to
Do you feed them?
when we were out in the open water.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, okay.
they didn't want them in feeding mode. Versus when you are out there in the cage,
Yeah.
it's a little bit safer, so they don't mind if they're in feeding mode. Also, if you puke because you're seasick, yeah, that's pretty much feeding mode.
Yeah.
The stomach acid is something that attracts sharks. So
Good to know. Don't vomit near a
No.
shark.
Quick question. Asking for a friend. What if you poop yourself? So,
Which friend? Which
for a
friend? Is
friend.
There's a little less stomach acid there, so
okay.
you're probably a-okay.
All right. Good deal to know. I'll tell him.
I mean, everyone else around you might not
I mean,
appreciate it.
It's coming from the same place, right? It comes from your stomach. Oh, I guess it's. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe.
a little
Goes
bit
through a different
processed.
Maybe if it's like diarrhea, it'd be more.
Nah, still processed.
goes through different tubes.
Well, really, we're all just one big tube.
Tubes. I like tubes. Okay, well, it's about 9:10. We're about an hour into it. Do you guys want to take a little break?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and take a little break. I'm gonna try to fix the sound on some of these other things. But yeah. If you're liking what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. But stick around. We'll be back right after the break.
See you in a minute.
And we're back.
Hi, welcome back.
There we go. That's a little better. I kind of raised the camera up, but just a little bit because our heads were getting kind of cut off. It's a little better. We're going to roll with that.
All right.
Okay. Oh! At least I know the sound works. Okay, I wanted to actually make sure that. No,
All right.
Okay. So welcome back to Inappropriate Bar Talk. My name's Chris.
I'm Monica.
And I'm Nicole.
And we're in episode 21 of the live stream / Inappropriate Bar Talk podcast.
Podcast.
What is up? Just a quick little friendly reminder. You can follow us up here. Oh, there we go. Right there in that corner. You can follow us at any of these social media networks. We are on Facebook and SoundCloud.com/Inappropriate Bar Talk. We're also on Twitch.tv/Inappropriate Bar Talk. You can also find us at Instagram at Inappropriate Bar Talk and on Twitter at IBT Podcasts. We do these shows live every Wednesday at 8 o'clock just for you guys because we love you so much. All 4 of our viewers. We love you so much. But if you can do us a favor and leave us a like and subscribe to our channel, you can get alerts every time we go live. We are planning on doing more shows on different days, hopefully Sunday. Maybe now that I got brand new internet, I am so happy today. I feel liberated. My speeds are above 13 megabits per second, which, if you know, is like fucking horrible. So it's basically it was impossible to stream from my house.
It was awful.
So there are more things coming, but we can't do it without your guys' support. So please leave a like and subscribe. All right. So now I think we're back from the break, feeling refreshed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling good. Feeling loose. I think we're going to go into our Inappropriate Bar Talk. Beer tasting.
Woo! Is that what
Tonight on the docket, we have one beer. We have a couple of other special stuff we're going to bust out in a sec, but let's start with the beer. Phil, why don't you tell us what we got?
All right. So tonight for beer tasting, we have it's from the brewery Firestone, and I don't know, on the label it has a Luponic Distortion Revolving Hop Series from Firestone Walker Brewing Company. So is it Revolution number 5?
Revolution number 5?
Revolution number 5. That's what we have up here on the label. So it's a India Pale Ale, 5.9% alcohol by volume. And let's see, there's no story, but on the label there is, as you can see, maybe or maybe not, there is a lion putting up its dukes on one side and a bear on the other side.
That's
That's
Leo
their-
versus Ursus.
Yeah.
That's
That's their
excuse me.
thing.
Leo versus Ursus. So Leo is the lion and Ursus is the bear.
Basically, both animals represent each brewer that founded the brewery. So
Yeah.
there's two brewers, and one identifies with the bear. I think he might be a Ursus.
Be a bear?
Is that a thing? I don't know. No.
I don't
well,
think that's
not
a-
as
I
far
think it's a
as
constellation. I
horoscope,
don't
it's a
think it's
constellation.
yeah.
Constellation. Yes.
Anyway, that's kind of the thing. Is I think they made one of them was the bear and one of them was the lion. So that was kind of their thing.
Yeah.
And that's how they got started up in Paso Robles.
Paso Robles?
I think.
Paso Robles,
California?
Yes.
California.
There you
Yeah.
go. Just California.
Central California.
That works. That
That's
works.
what this says. Is Central Coast. So.
Let's just call it the Central Coast.
They do have 3 locations in California, like I said earlier. So, yeah. But this is Luponic Distortion, you said, right?
Yep.
Yep. Luponic Distortion, revolving hop series. All right, just a quick note. I guess they want you to know this. They printed it several times in the can. It says, well, the first thing it says is beer before glory, always refrigerate. Well, it's beer, so
Yeah.
good deal. And it also says drink within 90 days of canned on date.
Uh-oh.
So
Are you about to tell us something here, Phil?
yeah, I'm going to tell you, pass me your glasses, guys. Let's pour it up.
We're going to say this is just as fresh as could be.
Okay. Feeling
Huh?
good about this,
No,
right?
you can pour it. You're our bartender today. Usually I'm your bartender.
Come on, Phil. Come on the camera. Show us your technique.
So, yeah.
Ooh,
So these guys are out of Central California. They do really good beers. Some of their more popular beers are like their Union Jack IPA,
very
People
good.
Pills. The 805 now is very popular.
The 805 is a good
805
seller.
Really good.
Nice pale ale.
Nice, easy drinking ale. And now we got this, which is a little more hoppiness to it, but I believe it might be dry hopped. But we'll see. So it's not gonna. I don't think this one's as bitter.
That's good to hear.
It's like a solid IPA, but it could be. We're gonna find out right now.
All right.
Sadly, we've been out of the loop for beers for
Thank you,
a
Phil.
while, so it's
Cheers.
kind of a
Cheers.
nice little reprieve to go back to.
Yes,
Smells like Christmas.
it does smell hoppy, which I like. Which
know-
I love.
It's got a nice citrus flavor. It's not overwhelmingly hoppy, and I appreciate that because when they get to be so hoppy, I can't
Yeah, well,
breathe. I don't like IPAs.
well, especially when it coats your tongue, and you just can't. But this is very nice. It's actually very.
It's like citrusy
I
Christmas.
do catch that citrus.
I get to a little bit of orange.
Definitely a little bit more hoppy on the backside, but overall pretty easy drinker.
Yeah, so when you dry hop things, you get more of that like citrus kind of sweetness. It's not as like bitter, and you can kind of feel the oils like on your tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty tell sign that it was dry hopped, because that means there's a lot of that resin and stuff left in the beer.
So all the IPAs I should be drinking should be dry hopped.
Dry hop is probably preference, and it's not going to be as bitter. So you'll get a
Yeah.
lot of the smell, and you'll get a lot of that sweetness or citrus you're getting right
Yeah.
now. But you won't get as much as the bitter, like palate wrecking bitterness, which some beers I like, But a lot of beers I think now, I don't know, people kind of IPA drinkers are IPA drinkers.
Yeah.
Obviously that doesn't cover everybody. So
Yeah.
some people I like a good balance. I don't like a huge hop bomb either, but I do like to taste the hops in the beer for sure.
It depends. I really like sessionable IPAs. I don't like to feel like I'm getting knocked on my butt every time I'm drinking a beer, and
Yeah.
I like hops, but I don't like it overwhelmingly hoppy.
Right.
So
Where that's like
so,
the only thing.
like just a nice middle of the line.
Yeah. I like my beers malty or sour.
You're
Well,
the
those
sour,
two.
the
Those two,
malty
but-
or sour.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So I do like malty beers myself too. So yeah, we're just saying the sours. It's got to be good. If it's not like in the line of my sour, I don't like the super sour.
Well, and there's a lot of range when it comes to sours
Mhm.
too.
Yeah.
You've got like your lambics, which are semi-sour, but they mix
Right.
them with fruit, and then
No.
you've got
Yeah.
like
Farmhouse,
Yeah.
ales, and then
Yeah,
you got
just like
gozas.
sauces.
so
And your-
many different ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gozas.
Gozas.
Traditional gozas were made with like salt.
We were
actually.
told
So if you taste that like saltiness in it, then that's probably a goza.
we were told last night to try. I believe it's Aloha Brewing. They make a saltwater sour. So I'm very excited to try this. Customer was asking if we could get it.
Maybe.
And I'm very excited because it sounds really awesome.
Well,
So-
we still have to do our brewery tour before I leave.
Ah,
so
this is
that's the
true.
plan,
And
is-
Christopher did agree to be our chauffeur.
Yes, he
and that-
did.
Oh, which
Just-
brewery are we talking about?
All of them.
Shit. I'm anxious to see what Waikiki's got going on. I want to stop by there and see what their operation
See
is.
if
They
there's
just
anything
opened
new.
up the new 40 barrel, I believe it's 40 barrel brew house, which is it's the biggest
Wow.
one on Oahu right now, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's gigantic.
So, props to them. I just got some beer from them last week. Their Wailele wheat.
Mm-hmm.
I really like they have a spicy one.
The habanero. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
their
that
that's
one's
their other one.
really
That one's
good.
really popular, they said too. That one and then their mono wheat, which are not mono wheat.
No, that's Maui.
Their what is it? Something wheat. Something
Is it not the Wailele?
Waikiki wheat? Waikiki? I don't know.
They
It's
have a
made with
second
like
wheat?
yeah, it's made with like passion fruit.
Oh, if I pulled up my Untapped, I could tell you, but I don't know.
Yeah. The Hanaho Hefe. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
Solid.
That's like their flagship beer, I guess
Yeah.
now. That and
Still have
but they
not
said the
tried.
habanero one is super popular with everybody.
Never tried
Yeah.
that one either.
I like a spicy beer.
Yes.
Don't like
I
them
like the
smoked, but
spicy
them
beer.
spicy.
Right now it is pumpkin season, and they're everything pumpkin. That's pretty much my beers right now.
We just brought
Everything
one
pumpkin.
in. The new the voodoo pumpkin.
Atomic pumpkin.
Yeah.
Habanero cinnamon pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Okay, we'll
Pumpkin
have
beer
to
with peppers.
we'll have
Crazy.
to make sure that
It had some heat.
Armadillo goes to
Habanero beer, sign me up, please. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now that
join
Nicole
us.
has actually told me who you are, thanks for tuning in. Glad to have you on and joining us. Welcome. Yeah. So okay, I think we're taking a little bit of a well. Do we want to? Let's get into the next topic first, and then we'll
Sure.
start with the next liquor. Secret.
Liquor secret.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys view this real quick. Again, the sound's gonna go out because I fucked it up, but this is just gonna be real quick. Check this out.
I'm just saying
How
that is so
does that
crazy.
Happen.
Like-
Yeah. So that was in New York. There was a
In
sinkhole.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
I was in Brooklyn.
Po 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 po.
The guy was just crossing the road, the crosswalk, and literally one leg just fell right through. And it's pretty.
Both legs. He looks like he
No,
grew
only
into
one
the
leg.
It
ground.
was only one leg.
It was
The
only
other
one
It was
leg.
only one leg.
Yeah, the other leg is under him.
Y-
Like
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. He
Yeah.
looked like he was growing out of the ground. He looked.
he did. He it's pushed behind him.
What the fuck? Dude?
Yeah, it's.
yeah.
You want to
It's-
talk about having a bad day? That's just like. You think your day was bad? I fell through the earth. Like,
or into the New York City sewer.
yeah, I want that too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Ah, sinkholes. That's crazy. You just have to wonder what's going on with the world.
Usually sinkholes are like a lot larger. So
Yeah.
this was a very unique circumstance in the fact that it was one leg.
Yeah,
Like,
and a very, very small hole.
yeah.
And the fact that none of the surrounding area even like gave way or even seemed as though it was going to.
Yeah, they showed a picture of it afterwards and it was just literally
Just-
the size
just
of
a
his
hole.
leg.
So
Just
this-
a hole.
Yeah, just search that on Google. You can see there's a video of them actually pulling him out of the hole,
Yeah.
and it was just like his leg was.
The hole was literally the size of his leg. And that's it. Like it's just It's crazy. Like, it's just so weird.
So what were you saying? What was the reason for it happening? What were you saying? There's
So I started kind of researching like what causes sinkholes and everything, and some people say that like fracking could cause it, but obviously it's Brooklyn, so there's probably not any fracking going on there. But like a sewer or like a water leak. So
Okay.
basically, when the
Yeah.
ground underneath is like made of a very soft material, what happens is the water kind of breaks it down over time and erodes it down to the point where it just kind of just becomes like a void, and then it just either falls away or
into the void.
or you fall into it, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah, so they say like
Imagine if something was under there and it like ate his leg. Like, it was just like, "Nah, nah, nah," and you just see the guy like, ah! You pull him out, and then it's kind of like Super Troopers.
yeah.
They're not Super Troopers. I'm sorry, Starship Troopers. When the sergeant gets eaten by that worm in a hole, and he's like, "Kill it, Rico! Kill it!" And he's like shooting at it, and then they pull him out, and half his body is gone. Rico, you know what to do. Sorry.
Apparently, I need to. Yeah.
I
Yes.
heard they're making a
Add
remake
this
of
to your
Starship
list,
Troopers
Nicole.
too. I heard that's a thing coming. I heard
Super
they're gonna do
Troopers
it.
too, yeah.
No,
yeah.
Starship Troopers too.
Oh,
They're,
Starship.
supposedly they're making a remake of it, but Super Troopers 2
Two.
coming out on 4/20.
Two.
Most appropriately. Are you gonna go see it?
I
She
never
would
saw the
probably
first one.
I was gonna say.
What?
So Nicole, let's give a little backstory to our viewers here. Nicole, we adore you.
This sounds
Nicole,
like an intervention.
Nicole, this is a movie and like cultural intervention basically. Nicole
I've lived
has
under a
not
rock for my
seen
entire life.
a lot of movies.
I'm
A
working on
lot.
it.
So if you ask her any movie or we start talking about it, she very well may not know what we're talking about.
I have a hard
So-
time with this because I consider you a little bit of a nerd, and I think you take it as a compliment.
I am totally a nerd.
Okay, so
Cosplay and all. So
the movies. There's
Yeah.
so many movies.
Dumb and Dumber, Nicole.
I think I may have seen it when I was really little, but I don't recall it.
Okay.
So further background story. I grew up as a military brat, moving from town to town. A large part of my childhood was in Germany, and we didn't get movies. And then I came back, and I was just like, actually, in Germany is when I first saw Star Wars, and I saw it in theaters.
Well, thank
So-
God
There
for
you go.
that.
See?
You are not an official nerd.
That
if
is
you do not see
redemption right there.
Star Wars. I'm
That
sure
is-
you've
Star
seen
Trek.
That is redemption.
or Star Trek
You gotta see
or
both.
well, I don't see Star Trek. I don't do that. I don't fuck with Star. I don't fuck with Star Trek.
But you have seen it.
No. Maybe one. Maybe one.
The Wrath of Khan, dude.
I saw the one that was after Deep Space Nine, whatever that was. My dad was a big Star Trek
Deep
fan, but
Space 10.
you don't cross the streams.
I've never seen it either.
Or what do they say in Star Trek? You don't cross the phasers, or what? I don't know. What do you say?
I don't know.
I think that's
you're
you don't cross swords.
quoting
You don't cross swords. That's right.
Ghostbusters. So
I think that's
I have seen Ghostbusters.
all right. There we go. We can mark that off our list. We basically have about 2.5 weeks to get you caught up on every single movie.
Yeah, and if I
For
do
pop
that,
culture.
if I do that, I'm not gonna finish all my.
Well, do we
hypes.
stick to the nerdy movies, or do we do like, I mean, like Breakfast Club? Have you seen Breakfast Club?
I've seen Breakfast Club.
Okay. Have you seen Fight Club?
Yes.
Have you seen Snatch?
No.
Have you seen Armageddon?
Yes.
Have
Okay,
you
go
seen
more. Go
Jurassic
that
Park.
one made
No,
me
go
cry.
more
that
like-
was my first ever movie where I cried.
Jurassic Park.
No.
Go
Yes, I've
more
seen
like
Jurassic Park.
Step Brothers.
Yes.
Comedies.
I Love You Man.
No.
Grandma's Boy.
No.
We said Super Troopers, right?
Yeah. Anyway.
We have
Okay. Here.
We have a
so
list.
This list goes on.
We have a
and
list.
on
Okay,
and on and
Let's go more
every
down the
time I
line
hang out.
of nerd. Okay. Goonies.
Yes. I saw it for
Fantasia.
the first time last year. Fantasia, yes.
No, what's the other one?
Is Fantasia a nerdy movie?
No, not Fantasia. That's not what I meant to
You're
say.
talking about the Disney one.
No,
That
no,
is
no, no.
Fantasia.
That is Fantasia. No, not Fantasia. Fuck, what am I thinking of?
Fantasy
Yes.
something land?
Oh crap! I haven't seen that movie in a long time. The one with
I
the
don't
big
know.
crazy dragon.
Never-ending
Oh,
story.
yes,
Never-ending story.
Never-ending story.
I guess that's
Of
kind
course, I've seen that one.
Okay.
Of course.
Labyrinth.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't see that one until I was 22.
She's seen everything, guys.
That's it. Okay.
No, that's not
There
bad.
we go. My
You're-
life's
you're all right.
complete.
Like, if
I
we
got
did-
David Bowie, I'm good.
Yeah, like if we did like a lightning round, she passed.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But any other time, it would not happen.
Harry Potter,
No,
Good. Good. Good on
Lord
you.
of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Yes.
obviously.
So is that's like the new like Star Trek, Star Wars thing, kind of, or no?
Well, so
There's Star Trek and there's Star Wars, and then there's Lord of the Rings is over there. Go over there.
There's only one trilogy.
Go over there.
I feel like Lord of the Rings is like way more epic than. I don't know. I've never seen any of these movies
How
you guys are
dare you,
talking
Phil?
about.
Don't say it.
It's just
Really?
a lot of walking.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they just drop a ring into like. At the end.
Have you seen
you
Clerks?
just
Have you
spoil
seen
it?
Clerks?
Did you just fucking spoil? Spoiler
Have you seen
alert.
Clerks too?
Seen what?
Have you seen Clerks too?
Oh no.
I've never seen Clerks 1, so
Okay, so this is the first Lord of the Rings.
Walking.
This is the second Lord of the Rings. This is the third Lord of the Rings.
Exactly. There you go. Now you don't even ever have to watch it.
There you go. I just broke it down
If you've
for you.
never seen it, now you know.
sums up
No.
my childhood so well.
You've just seen the whole movie.
Yeah, I've seen Lord of the Rings too. To be fair, so
It's not bad. It's just very, very, very long.
Well,
Very, very,
It's-
very
it's an epic.
long.
yeah,
It's
Epics are
epically
meant
long.
to be long.
I think that's why Game of Thrones. They didn't want to do a movie because they felt like they
It
weren't
would
gonna.
have been
Yeah, because that was the thing with Lord of the Rings. Obviously, you can't fit all the stuff that's in the books in the movies,
well,
and you got to keep it to 2 hours, 3 max.
yeah, and Lord of
know.
the Rings was 6 books. I don't know. Ah, that's bad.
Well, I know it was at
Ignore
least 3.
that. It was well, no, the first 2 were each 2 books. I can't remember on the third one. So they were originally intended to be separate books inside of them, but yeah.
Armageddon. I'm just gonna butcher your name.
Armageddon.
He said Rathacon was the worst.
Yeah, but it's still worth saying.
Just once. It's kind of like
I think we have a
Flash
viewer trying to
Gordon.
pick a fight with Nicole.
No, I am okay with saying that my movie taste is the worst, and that it might be completely nostalgia driven. Same with my TV show choices. But
at least you're watching Game of Thrones, so you're
yeah,
all right.
How
Which
about that
somebody
last
else hasn't done
episode?
yet.
yeah.
I know. Whatever that shame
I think-
is.
Okay, I think we
I
need
get
to
it all the time.
we need
I
to
still
drink
don't know
this
what it
other
means.
liquor before we get into the Game of
Before we
Thrones.
do Game of
It
Thrones.
was too epic
Yeah.
to not be thoroughly.
Are we doing that
buzzed.
now?
doing
Are we
the-
not going to talk about the bees?
Oh
Bees?
yes, bees.
Bees?
Okay, so this week, a gentleman in Canada tried to set a record for having a bee beard,
A bee beard. Yes.
A bee beard.
and the previous record was like 59 minutes and 40 something seconds.
58.
Was it
58,
58.
Oh, it's one.
and he broke the record at
60
60.
minutes. Yeah. So he had bees
61
on his face
61 minutes.
for an hour.
Okay,
Yep.
here's a quick little thing of the bees.
Bee?
So I have 2 things about this. When does it stop being a bee beard? And 2, why didn't he just go for the other bee record?
Just the
Like
whole body.
whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if
Well-
you're gonna cover your face, you might as well cover everything.
Well, that's like 1.1 million bees. So I don't know. Maybe they didn't have enough bees. So he's like, I'll go for 120,000. That's right.
I guess okay. So I found this story on Twitter, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of crazy." So I sent it out to you guys to check into it, and they had trouble because they kept coming across this Chinese guy who set the record for the most bees on a person. Ever.
Covered. Yeah.
And it was done by weight for that one.
Yeah.
It was done by weight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they weren't counting like individual. But yeah, that one was set in 2015.
Yeah. By a Chinese man.
Yeah.
Guy in China, and he had like a full thing of bees covering him.
Yeah. He just wore his boxers. That was it.
But yeah, so if you're gonna go like just a face, why not just do your whole body? It was almost taking over his entire body anyway. You might as well just go for the whole
At
thing.
some point, it was just his entire
Yeah,
head.
his entire head was gone at one point. Hold on, let me see if I have that clip. Yeah, I guess it's not in there.
I think it's a beach chair.
So you're just
Sorry.
sitting in a beach chair.
I have to get one pun joke in. It's required.
So I'm gonna do this exact bee challenge on the show next week.
All right. And I will
No,
see you
I'm
guys
not.
the following week.
Phil's gonna do it, not me.
So the
Let's do it.
story behind this, though.
We'll contact Danny.
Hey, we have a beekeeper. We know a
Yes, we
beekeper.
do.
We
We
could
do.
probably make it happen. I don't think we could do it in the house, obviously, but
Oh well, I'm out then.
what the fuck? We could
You
probably
had
put
me.
you in one of those plastic bubbles.
No. Oh, fuck it. Well, yes.
How about a bouncy house?
It
That might piss him
pop.
off.
Yeah, it might pop it. Well, so they said the story behind this was actually to promote a movie called Blood Honey. And it's a movie that's coming out September 1st about this chick whose father becomes terminally ill, so she goes back to the family farm, and the father wants to sell the farm, but like the rest of the family doesn't want it to happen. So it's supposed to be like some psychological thriller, and you know. But so this guy went and sat and put a ton of bees all over himself to promote this movie.
I mean, and he set a Guinness World Record.
And he set a Guinness World Record.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Your name becomes immortalized, at least for a minute.
Yeah.
Do I got a weird echo thing going on? Sorry. I'm hearing things. I should have done that nitrous offset before the show.
jeez. Wow, wow, wow.
No.
So yeah, and also like just off topic, but on the topic, because you know when you start to kind of like surf the interwebs, you start to come across stuff. And when I typed in 120,000 bees, there was a woman in June in Georgia, I believe it's Decatur, Georgia. She kept hearing this buzzing sound, and she thought it was coming from outside of her house. So she called a beekeeper to come and check, and they used an infrared thing, and they found in her ceiling a 6-foot honeycomb filled with 120,000 bees
Holy shit.
in her ceiling. And she said, so when they were extracting the bees out, there was just honey dripping down her walls.
Hopefully
and
she
like
was
out of the
collecting
ceiling. She said he took the comb with him, and basically he sucked all the bees out with like this, like basically like a vacuum that goes into this canister, and then he was relocating the bees. But
That's
this
what
is
they do.
and this is apparently the second time that they have extracted a 6-foot honeycomb out of that same ceiling.
Jeez.
So
That
there's
might be the
something
moment where I move.
there's
Maybe they
something,
didn't move the queen or something like that.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what they said. Maybe they didn't seal it off good enough, and maybe there was still some in there. But yeah, that's
Well, that's what our good friend Danny does. He just started a company called D's Bees, and he'll remove
D's
bees. If you have bee infestations, this doesn't include wasp or pest. This includes like honeybees that are actually good for the world, and he'll come to your house for free and remove them, I believe.
He needs to go up to Mililani High School. They have a bee problem.
Mililani has a lot of bees, actually. Like it's a bee-rich town. But yeah, there's a lot of people who will remove it. If you see a wasp, though, Kill those fuckers. They're not good.
I've got one that lives around my house, and I finally found its home, and I am terrified
Destroy.
because I need to like shoot it with some water or something.
Just get a
But I don't
hose.
want it to come. It's on my window. I can't shoot it with fire.
I would shoot it with fire. You want to do it?
I need someone to come take care of the wasp for me.
Spray
These-
it with some Raid. It usually kills it pretty
These
quick.
bees.
See, I'm allergic to ants, so I'm not willing to check
Yeah.
for anything else.
Yeah, probably best not to test it. Even if you're not allergic, it just hurts really bad.
I agree. Free honey.
Not
Sweet.
fun.
I agree. It's organic and good for you. Honey is very good for you.
Honey is very good for you.
I just appreciate the pun before that of Monica's pun stung.
Yeah,
So-
that one stung. I caught you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, I see what you're doing there.
If you know me, you know I like really silly punny jokes. So I gotta throw one in there every once in a while.
I can't help but giggle. So, like, when he put that one up, I was just like,
There was a little buzz going on. Monica's earning her stripes tonight.
Beast.
Bee puns. That's what,
Bee puns.
that's what we're doing.
There, Sasha, Angie, this is for you.
Beat it now.
They're beautiful girls.
If you're watching on YouTube, I apologize. We're having a little bit of issues, I think, with YouTube. But you can jump over to Facebook, or you can jump over to Twitch, and you can catch us on there. We're streaming simultaneously on 3 different channels. So
fancy.
Yeah. just search for us on Inappropriate Bar Talk on YouTube, or on Twitch, or on Facebook, and we'll pop right up.
Well, speaking of honey, do we want to move on to the liquor?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this live.
Yeah, that's about how I feel about
All
it.
right, so Nicole, what do we have here?
So, this is something that my parents brought back from the Dominican Republic. It's called Mama Joanna. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Hey,
Mama Joanna.
Thanks, Bill. So the way that you prepare this is, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's totally wood inside of this bottle. It's bark and herbs and possibly turtle penis.
We're not sure if we got one or not.
There's no ingredient list.
I'm just
But
thinking of that
that's just
turtle.
what I read online. So the way that you prepare it is that you put some spiced rum in it to flavor the wood and get the wood all like nice and rummy. And then afterwards you dump all the rum out, which seems kind of sad.
It's kind of a waste. Yeah?
And then you put honey and wine in. So it's supposed to give you like a port type flavor. It's supposed to be a cure for the flu. Supposed to improve kidney function and circulation, and also supposed to be an aphrodisiac. I'm wondering if that has to do with the turtle penis.
Is it possible to have hallucinations?
Possibly. I wouldn't put it past it at this point.
It
So we might be
does say
tripping.
it does say for like a couple weeks, right?
Well, so yeah, this is for weeks, but online it said the longer it sits, the better. We're not gonna ask Nicole how long it's been on.
Okay, so what are we doing? Are we taking a shot? Or
Well,
are we?
what year did your parents go to the Dominican?
Well, I waited about
just
a year
asking.
after they went to do it.
Okay.
So I did this like, probably around April, I think, is when I started it. So
Okay. All right, so this is pretty good and so
yeah,
Firm.
It's a cool,
nice and
cool little
flavorful.
setup there. It looks kind of like a trophy, or like a medal. Like you would win that in Olympic Games in
Just because
Dominican
it's got the
Republic.
strap,
Olympic drinking
Yeah.
games.
red, white, and blue strap.
totally.
Yeah.
You're the town drunk. Here's your medal.
All right.
I think that's That's what my parents said to me
Are
when
we,
they gave it to me.
are we just chugging it? Are we doing it? Is that how they do it in Dominican Republic?
Well,
Just
they
straight from
said
the
to
bottle?
pour it into a glass.
Okay.
Um,
Do we?
So,
Yeah.
Phil,
Should
you
we
wanna
just do this?
rinse one
We
of
get a
these?
quick rinse.
And we'll just use one glass.
Just use one, yeah.
You guys don't have to
Okay.
these. I mean, I guess if you guys have each other's goodies, that's pretty okay.
Yes, please.
No kumaks.
Beers?
Beers? Beers?
Beers?
I'll do. No, I'm still good. Thank you.
Sure. I mean, we still have the
Thank you, Phil. I want to give a little shout out to Raph, our #1 fan, who's been there from day one. Sorry, man. I guess the YouTube chat's not popping up on this thing. Again, a little technical difficulties, but I see you, buddy. And
Hey, Raph.
appreciate you watching.
Hi, Raph.
Hi, Raph.
My thing just pops up on there. Why does it pop up on the... I don't know.
Turtle parts.
I hear these
Hey, Armadillo, I appreciate the puns. It's awesome.
This is why he's a great hiking partner.
I'm digging
is
it.
Because it's just like ridiculous puns
It's
throughout
all
a lot
about
of
the puns.
hiking.
It's all about the puns.
The puns never die. Good night.
I was making one of our servers. She was probably getting a little irritated because she was busy, but she had a person named Juan, and I was like, which one? Sorry.
It takes one to know one.
He's one of a kind.
He said that one was for you.
Which one?
That pun was for you.
That was for me. Thank you. That
Pun. Tonight's a pun intended kind of night.
Well,
was,
it's
oh
nice
my
and
goodness.
dark.
It is very dark,
It
and
does not look
That
like
shit
mine
looks
anymore.
scary. It looks like fucking motor oil.
it's. How does it smell?
So it smells like cloves.
It actually, I can smell it from here already. Okay. It almost smells like Jaeger.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like a little bit,
licorice-y.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
Should this be chilled?
No, it said to serve at room temperature. We wikied this before.
Oh my goodness.
Smells interesting. Yeah, it definitely has that like herbal liqueur vibe.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe
Well,
I'm expecting something like maybe what is it all the cool hipster kids drink nowadays?
Oh, Fernet.
Fernet.
it does kind of smell a little bit like Fernet,
Yeah.
but
It's got almost that
It has wine in
medicine-y,
it, so it's
herbally
gotta be
smell
better.
to it.
Yeah.
although Fernet actually wasn't bad. But
Fernet's
it's got wine
okay.
in it.
Not bad.
So Fernet and wine?
Little aperitif
down.
action.
All right.
Digestif. Oh.
Sorry. So the face is not looking entirely.
Monica, your turn.
How's that? How's that turtle penis?
You're not really selling it. You're just
Well-
saying.
Let's put it this way. I would not count out hallucinations.
Oh boy. Okay.
I did go to Amsterdam and have
Have real absinthe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the wormwood in it, and I did not hallucinate.
Your face is worse than mine.
So good.
All right.
All right, Chris.
Well, hold on. Something tells me I might need a beer for this.
No, it's delicious.
Thanks, Phil.
Tell us what you're tasting right now.
Phil, try this.
No, you've got to try it. You're our bartender.
Yeah. How often do you get drunk on the bar? Save me. Oh,
Never, Phil. Never.
there's Nicole.
Never is the actual.
I fucked up. Thank you.
Good call.
Wow. So
We gotta wait for Chris to drink it before we can go into descriptions.
yeah, I'm just trying to
think of how you're going to describe it.
I'm
So-
trying to figure out what's going on in there.
I think I need more honey in it.
Here we go.
Honey might help.
Yeah, a lot more honey. Oh, that was a big sip.
Come on, swallow it, babe.
That's what he said.
Nicole for the save.
Oh, what the fuck?
Here, Phil.
Dude, my eyes are watering. It's not painful. It's just, it was like a wave of like garbage that hit my mouth.
This might cause some sort of like vision loss or
Okay,
paralysis.
Phil, try it out.
Temporary paralysis.
Phil, you gotta,
Come on, Phil.
you gotta join us in this one.
Dude, you can't tell me. It's like a wave of garbage that just engulfed me, and then like, yeah, you should try it. I'm not. That's not. You know what? Yeah,
I
fuck.
think the wave of garbage you're smelling is the Heineken.
That might be.
Burn.
Lo
Fine,
siento
I'm
to all of
not.
our Heineken drinkers out there.
Sign I'm not from Hawaii.
Alright, so let me get this glass.
Hold on, you gotta be in the view of the camera so
Yeah,
we can see
we gotta
your
see your face. We gotta see the here and go ahead and use the mic here.
Alright, guys.
All right, Phil. Give your
I swim with sharks. I would. I have not. I would also skydive, but now I'm drinking Dominican shit liquor. So that's what I've been offered in life. So here I am.
There you go.
No offense to any of our Dominican.
Ooh,
Oh,
he took a big
dang.
one too.
Oh, you took a big one.
It tastes like shitty medicine.
Yeah, yeah. Like a bunch of Band-Aids that were used.
Yeah. Well, no.
I don't know about
So-
used.
According to
I get the
the
smell.
articles I read today, it's just been a common herbal medicinal liquor for a
He's-
long time.
You're
You should
missing
see his face
Phil's
now,
face
because-
now that he's not on camera.
Yeah.
We know.
Ooh,
Phil's got acting skills.
Is that Tony?
yeah. Tony, welcome.
Hi, Tony.
I wasn't sure if this guy was going to be watching tonight.
Thanks for letting us hijack your show.
Yeah, I forgot to put the mixer on all my pictures. So there you go. So we had pictures without sound. I did good. But everything else seems to be okay.
You know, like
Oof. I don't know.
Do it.
Sat for a bit.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
kinda-
too
Not
bad.
as
I'm not going to lie. I kind of want to just take one more sip just to make sure.
Thank you, because when I tasted it, like I was like, wow, I think you guys were
It
like
was-
playing it up for the camera.
I think
honestly, it's not that good.
It's,
I think-
no, it's
It's
It's not.
it's not good. Don't get me wrong. Like it's not good.
Good.
But I feel like I don't know. There's a lot of shots. I've taken a lot of shots of like a lot of liquors that I don't care for. Like you were saying, like mezcal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've had mezcal before.
got some of that.
With the
no,
worm?
we left it at
Ooh.
but we left it at their house.
Oh.
I brought some over because I was like, and here's another interesting one in case you guys feel like drinking the worm. And they left it on their counter because
Ooh.
neither of them wanted to drink the worm.
Dude,
what?
that-
You'd have like, oh man, you'd have to do it.
I
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I was not playing that up for the camera by
I'm
the way. That
still-
was like
I'm still not a fan.
that.
So.
It hit the. I think I let it sit in my mouth a little too long instead of just kind of. I took a pretty big swig too. You did too, but you didn't. You yeah.
I guess I don't know. I'm cut from a different cloth,
Very
guys.
poetic Armadillo.
I thought it was horrible.
It's not good.
Tony says, "Hey, what up, guys? Welcome to technical difficulties. Now you know how I feel." Yep.
You recover well from them, though, Tony. So
Chris isn't doing too bad.
no, he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Good job. Al.
We're making it work. At least you can hear me. That's my main concern. But hold on, give me just like a little bit. I just want to try
You
that
wanna
one
try
more
another
time.
little bit?
I'm trying
See,
to.
And this is how the entire bottle is gone by the end of the night.
I'm trying to
If
pinpoint
you've ever worked in a
that
bar, that's how that
flavor.
works.
And let it sit. Like I guess maybe she said that may be the difference.
I think that was my
Oh, like
mistake
if you
the
let it
first
sit
And
time.
let
in
it
the-
breathe.
Yeah.
Like if
Uh-huh.
you let it breathe a little bit.
Like a fine
What does its
wine.
legs look
Taking
like?
my breath away.
Let's see what we have.
We'll have a
So-
brief musical interlude with Phil while we recover from Mama Juana.
So
I
apparently,
do like the name of it, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Apparently, I can
No.
take this and refill
No.
it again and again and again, and it's supposed to get better each time.
Oh.
I might believe that because it might lose some of its barkiness.
Yeah. It's definitely got an herbaliness to it. I would almost compare it to like a very, very, like, very bitter,
You know what I'm kind of thinking now?
like fernet even.
Yeah.
Like,
But that
Pine-
herbaliness is definitely there.
It's like
very,
wood, like pine wood almost,
yeah, it's
right?
very
Like
woody.
it's very. It's that certain type of wood that it's soaking in. That it's very strong, but it's very
Yeah.
earthy and bitter
Yeah.
too.
Oh, but if we're gonna talk about like licorice, we do have the Aquavit downstairs, which is Viking liquor.
Oh, we should do that. Yeah, the Aquavit. It's in the fridge. Yes. Nicole has brought some really interesting liquors tonight. We're gonna sample.
We're going
First
through
time we've
Nicole's
ever.
liquor cabinet, so
Yes. As we said earlier, Nicole is leaving the island, and she has had quite the
Had.
extensive liquor collection.
I
And,
gave it to a lucky person who now just has a ton of alcohol that
Yeah.
he will probably never drink.
Yeah. And we scored some awesome triple sec and some some bitters.
And triple sec.
No.
And triple sec.
And we got
And
the
triple
schnapps
sec.
down there.
No,
Oh,
we
yeah,
got.
we've got German schnapps. That might cleanse this,
That'd be-
but I feel like it might be better to go to the
I-
other one
I would just
and
go,
then
yeah.
do that.
It really
Agreed.
lingers a little bit too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony, we talked about your Canagar. Canagar?
Nope,
We talked
not
about
better.
that earlier in the show, and we showed everybody a picture on the camera.
Yeah.
That thing looks
thing is
fucking crazy,
nuts.
dude.
Like, that's not even. Like, how do you smoke it? And what, like, does the whole outside coil burns with it as it goes? Or
Oh, yeah. That's a good question. How does that thing work? I know it's wrapped in hemp, but I don't know. I smoked a giant thing back in my college days when we made a trip to Amsterdam for school, and we literally had like a blunt that was like this big, and everybody just kind of contributed. We were only there for 3 days, so all of us were stoners during that time. So we all bought a bunch, and we all just threw in whatever we had left at the end of the trip into this thing.
But why not roll a couple of smaller ones and make it easier? I mean, I'm never have been a stoner, so that's probably my failure here. But
yeah, Mom, if you're watching, me neither.
The point is, it's not supposed to be easier. It's supposed to be like a feat of greatness.
Yeah, it's more so just the like it's kind of the monument of it, right? Like,
Yeah.
you just got this monster thing. I saw a picture of it. It was ridiculous.
If you're lucky, we'll put it on the show. You unwrap the cord and pull the stick out.
Oh, okay.
It looks like
so
a
what's
normal
the point
cigar.
of the
I
cord
guess.
then?
Okay.
Like, what's the
I'm guessing it maybe holds it all together because it's wrapped in hemp. I believe. Maybe it holds
Maybe
the
it's
wrapper
not as-
together or something.
hemp's pretty much like normal paper as far as things
It's
go.
pretty solid,
right?
yeah.
Like, I feel like
Well, yeah,
a
but
little bit
cigars
of-
use the tobacco leaves, right? So does it use tobacco leaves?
well,
Is there
probably-
tobacco in it,
Okay,
or is it
Tony,
just straight?
let us know.
Well, if
Is
it's
it
a
just
can of
straight-
cigar, is it just because of the shape, or is it
Yeah,
Or what they would call a spliff, I believe.
that's a word.
Spliff is a. It's yeah. It's what do you call it? It's like a.
This is like half weed, half tobacco. It's like a cigarette, like a marijuana cigarette.
Yeah, but what is it? What do you call it?
Marijuana
Like it's like a
cigarettes.
nickname basically for a joint,
Okay,
a spliff.
so see,
A
I
blunt.
was dispensing knowledge when it came to marine bio, and now you guys are dispensing knowledge
I
when it comes
know.
to this sort of thing.
I know. See,
It-
this is. We all have our.
Tony said we'll
We all
do the
have our
bulldog video
fortes.
one day.
Yes. We all
So
have-
the bulldog was one of
Our
the places
extensive
we
knowledge
visited in
here.
Amsterdam. Tony was bringing this up just to, but they have different coffee shops there, right? And the bulldog is like a chain there, so they have
Yeah.
a bunch of them, and the Rookery, and the Grasshopper, and basically they're just cafes where you go in and sit down, have a little bagel, smoke a joint.
Yeah.
It's very casual. It's very, and despite popular belief, weed is not legal in Amsterdam. So a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
It's decriminalized, and it's pretty much they look the other way, but
But
it
it's
is
not
not technically legal in Amsterdam.
Interesting. Did
See?
not know that.
Dispensing
Is-
of knowledge.
Just because it's there, is prostitution legal, or is that
Prostitution is legal.
The weed
and it's
cigar
regulated.
has no tobacco.
No
To-
tobacco.
tobacco
Okay,
is
so
wacko,
all weed.
he says.
So
You're gonna need some help, dude. I don't know how you're gonna do that by yourself. If you do, you're a fucking champ. I don't know.
Tony's pro.
He is a pro, but I don't know. That thing's pretty solid. That thing's massive.
Okay, so
Okay,
what is
so
this?
What do we
next
got?
thing here?
The next one we have is Aquavie Krogstad. And see, Viking liquor.
Viking liquor.
So it's basically a Scandinavian liquor. This one is actually from Oregon. I got it from a pretty good friend on a game night. I think he was just like, wait, you actually like this stuff? And decided to give it to me because he'd never met anyone who actually enjoyed it.
I can't wait. You're really selling these liquors before we even get to try them.
I still got the taste of the last one in my mouth for sure.
But this one's actually yummy. It's got so it's got caraway and star anise, so it's definitely got that black licorice flavor.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So as long as you don't hate black licorice,
No.
it's not bad.
I hate black licorice.
Really?
I'm not a
little
fan of
late
it,
on
but
that.
I don't mind like Jaeger and stuff like that.
So-
It doesn't bother me
Oh
too much.
yeah,
but
it's definitely.
This is a
It
lot
reminds me
more
of
along the lines.
sambuca.
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty
Sambuca?
decent comparison. Because it tastes more like the German black licorice. Jeez, Monica.
I'm sorry.
I
Wabi,
luckily,
got
I
in
turned
trouble
her
again.
ringer. I turned her ringer down at least.
I thought it sounded quieter. Wabi's trying to FaceTime it again.
All right, Tony. Have a good night. Thanks for checking us out, bud. Have a good trip.
I'd
Let us know.
crash after smoking that too.
Deuces.
Good night, Tony.
He's going to bed.
We love you.
I think. I'm sorry. Okay, so where were we?
We're drinking Viking liquor.
Oh, this is it. Okay.
The liquor of my people.
It smells kind of spicy, actually. Like, I don't know. What does that smell?
It burns, man. It
It's
definitely
not that
coats
bad.
the throat.
I really enjoy this stuff.
It almost
so
smells like a. I don't want to
doesn't
say
taste
cumin.
bad. It doesn't
or-
taste bad. It's just
that's probably the caraway you're smelling.
Oh,
but
okay.
It reminds me a lot more of like German black licorice candies because it's got that sweetness. Which Jaeger doesn't really taste like black licorice.
no,
when you
that's
put
got
it
more
into
of like a
perspective of
medicinally
this.
herbally.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It
Right?
tastes good. It
It's
just
pretty
definitely
delicious.
That one's
coats the throat.
it's not as thick as like a sambuca or a
No.
Jaeger.
It's a lot lighter and it's a pretty high alcohol content.
Not very
Right?
viscous.
Yeah.
Phil, would you like to sample Viking liquor?
I have things to do tomorrow.
Phil's got priorities.
You don't want to be a Viking?
I have things to do tomorrow.
After this, we're gonna go rape and
You're gonna
pillage
go
villages.
everything.
You're a Viking, right?
Quarter Norwegian.
Quarter
Yep.
Norwegian.
So
Yeah. We were talking.
Really?
Mo and I saw something the other day. PewDiePie, who's a popular YouTuber, he went to Iceland,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, that place looks pretty dope.
It looks
dude.
pretty awesome.
Like, I know it's a
Yeah.
I know it's a more popular tourist destination now. It's picked up like a lot, and
Especially like
popularity.
Reykjavik and the what do they have like the
glaciers.
glacier
and-
but there's the natural
pools,
the
the-
natural
the-
pools.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
The
springs.
Springs,
Yeah. Actually, on Facebook, they were doing a drawing for a trip to Iceland.
Oh,
So hopefully I get it tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day that they're announcing it.
All
Nice.
right.
Good luck.
They're doing 2.
Uh-huh.
So I get to go if I win, which it's not going to be me because I never win things.
knock on wood.
This is not real wood
Yeah.
that I'm knocking on.
It's not. Here, this is. There you go. That's for everybody.
But yeah. So if you win, you get to go to Iceland and they fly you out. It's a company on Facebook called Off to Iceland.
Okay.
They fly you out and you get place to stay and tours and like a couple of different excursions. So
That sounds
one was like
amazing.
the snorkeling in the glaciers and
Uh-huh.
that sort of thing, which sounds pretty rad.
The water's beautiful. So
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
So
We actually have
Glaciers,
a friend.
volcanoes,
You know,
geysers, waterfalls.
I gotta knock it all off my
Yeah,
list.
it's beautiful. We have a friend who actually went there with her boyfriend, and I was so jealous that she was FaceTime living like the whole time, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks amazing.
It was cool. Because her and I were talking about, we still haven't done a formal honeymoon yet. So we're like, where would be
What's a
somewhere to cool?
honeymoon?
Like,
I know.
yeah,
exactly.
I know, right? But we were kind of like, we live in a tropical place, so
What's
it's
a
like it'd be
vacation?
cool to go to like New Zealand or Australia, but it'd be kind of a little bit more of the kind of the same, you know. It'd be
Yeah.
different, but
Yeah.
it would be the
Not
same
if you
climate.
go to the right part of New Zealand.
Yeah,
You could totally go on
I totally want to go.
Hobbiton
I want to go.
tour.
Yeah, I want to go with something totally opposite of tropical though.
I love your eye roll. That was great.
That actually sounds kind of fun. So, not gonna lie.
But yeah,
No, but that's true. Like when you live in a place where most people go for their honeymoon, what do you do? Like,
Yeah.
so we've talked about going to Germany. We've talked about going to, all these cold places or places you generally might not go on your honeymoon because you're thinking more like, tropical, lay on the beach and drink, pina
paradise.
coladas. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That
But-
so-called paradise.
That's
Yeah, but we live here, so,
yeah. Well, so when I got married en route to Hawaii,
Mhm.
everyone was like, "Oh, you're moving to Hawaii? That's your honeymoon, right?" And my husband said yes. So
It was a
Way to
built-in
go,
honeymoon.
Justin.
It was a built-in honeymoon.
Justin, you owe your wife a honeymoon. You guys, FYI, are going to be closer to the Caribbean now, so maybe this is time to go to.
well, there's a whole bunch of rum distilleries
Bahamas or
opening
something?
up in Florida, so I'm planning on just doing a rum distillery tour.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
And craft beer, just like it just got big here in Hawaii, is getting pretty big there. So looking forward to that. There's 2 German places we're moving. I'm so excited.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That is very
We were supposed to go to Germany for that trip we went to Amsterdam on,
Yeah.
but there was the World Cup that year in Germany, so it was like madness.
Crazy, yeah.
So they're like, sorry, we got to cut Germany out, but we did
the
Prague
Germans and their
instead.
football. I
Prague would be amazing.
So-
really, really want to go to Prague. I've actually never been, but I love Czech. Czech is amazing.
Yeah,
We have
Prague is cool. It's a very medieval feeling and Soviet feeling still too.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, the people were really nice. It was fun. It's a party town. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
not party, but it's kind of like more underground. You kind of feel like you're like one of those like in a vampire movie almost or something. Sometimes you're going down into these basements. That's a lot of the bars are in like basements.
There's like a 4-story bar in Prague, isn't there?
Well, I didn't go to that. There was Temple Bar in Ireland, which was like a square mile of just bars,
Nice.
and they had everything. Yeah, they had like a 4-story bar. They had this bar. We went to a cool place in Alaska when we went up to Anchorage called.
Shout out to Chuku Charlie's.
Chuku
Whoop,
Charlie's.
whoop, Coots.
It was like 6 different bars in one. So there
Yeah.
was like a punk rock side. There was a weird
Country.
country. There was
There's
a
an ice
hip hop
bar.
ice bar.
Mm-hmm.
There was the slanted bar, which this bar is like on like a 45-degree slant.
Right. So basically, what it is it's there was this bar, that was out past Girdwood. I can't remember exactly where it was right now, but it was a birdhouse, and if you guys know about Alaska, like it's permafrost. So basically, as your foundation settles, it basically like it'll buckle if you're not, in your
And too bad Tony's not listening, because I'd be like, as global warming.
yes.
happens-
Nicole would love to have that jab.
No.
So no. So over time, this was just a normal bar, but over time, because of the permafrost, this building started to go to an angle, and so like it would be kind of funny. We went when I was a kid, and when you go there, there was a rule that you have to leave something behind, and so me being so young, all I could leave was a sock, because I just saw panties and bras all over the walls.
Yeah, people leave their panties and bras.
And I was like, I don't want to leave my panties. So they let me leave a sock. So that was cool.
Was it there when you went back?
It burned down. So unfortunately it burned down, but they made the pretty much identical replica in this bar, which actually my friend Sarah, well, I don't know if I should shout out her name, but my friend Sarah is actually part owner of
Sarah
Coots now.
Palin?
No. It almost sounded like that, though. No, my friend Sarah is actually part owner now, and it's pretty cool because we all used to hang out there and go watch bands, and now she's there promoting bands and running a bar, and it's pretty awesome.
It was a cool place.
Yeah, it's an awesome place. So, but yeah, it was a good place, fun place.
Yeah.
But that's yeah. So if you're ever in
Bars.
Anchorage, Alaska, go check out Chilkoot Charlie's. It's known to the locals as Coots. So,
Coots.
Coots.
Jump in the cab, say, take me to Coots. That's my first stop.
Yeah. So
I have to let my cousin know that one.
yes, yes, do. It's awesome.
Monica's got some crazy Alaskan stories. We can't get into all of them tonight. But
That
she
would
basically
be-
lived in a log cabin in the middle of the woods for like a couple years, I believe.
Yeah, it was just during the winter times.
Which is like the
The worst.
the
time.
worst time to stay in a cabin.
In Alaska.
Yeah. No running water. Had an outhouse. Eventually, we ended up putting a honey bucket in the cabin. So
What was the
that was nice.
What was the motto when you would go out to the outhouse?
The motto:
Or what was your guys' song you used to sing? all the time?
no bears, no moose, no bears.
I was telling someone about that. This is like-
It's pretty legit. Yeah. So they'll
I
kind
was
of come out of
sitting
nowhere.
in a restaurant telling people about that, and I'm like, "Yeah, Monica says all you got to do is just go, no bears, no moose, no bears." And I accidentally called our waiter over to
You rang?
and we were all just like, "Why are you?"
It may just be
Poor
my
kid.
mom like trying to like humor a child walking like half a mile into the woods
Just to make you
through the
feel safe,
snow,
maybe?
just to make you feel safer, but stuck with me.
I
so.
think the way I'm gonna humor my kids, if ever I'm in that situation, is give them a shotgun.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be their no bears, no moose. Like that's what they're gonna use.
Yeah, that's a more legit. I've actually had
So-
friends who were mauled by bears, and rest in peace.
See, bears
So-
are way more dangerous than sharks,
Yeah.
people.
And it wasn't anybody. It was one of your good friends. You knew him really well.
Yeah, it was one of
And
my
this guy
friends.
got mauled by a bear.
He
Like,
actually, he was taking a nature walk, and he saw like just something hunched over by the trash cans. Just thought it was a dog, and as he got closer, he realized it was a bear digging through the garbage. This was just on like a regular trail, like a paved, like walking trail. And when he got closer, it was too late. The bear was already charging him and pinned him down. He had a bunch, he had pins put in his arm because he got pretty beat up. And at some
Because that's
point,
kind of what he was protecting himself with,
yeah.
too,
So
right? He said he was-
we're always taught to if you are ever approached or towards a bear, you want to cover all your vital organs. So you roll into a ball and you cover your head and your face. And so that's what he did. So most of his injuries were here and on his back, where the bear actually tried to slam him back down when he tried to warn his friends. So pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Bears are no joke. So
So-
no bears,
No moose.
no moose.
Moose are equally mean too. You don't fuck with moose.
No,
man.
no.
They're very territorial. They're very
It's
aggressive.
Wabi. Hold on. Sorry.
And people don't think of moose as like a deadly animal, but it's very, very dangerous animal.
See, and people are scared of sharks.
Hi, Wabi.
Oh, good lord.
We have Wabi back, ladies and gents.
Hi, Wabi.
Well, perfect timing because
Possibly
we're
all
about to
gents.
get into the Game of Thrones discussion here.
Man, I got nothing to say about that.
Yeah, you called just in time.
So I can just talk to you, Wabi, because I'm one of the few people that don't watch it either. So
Love
Well-
y'all. I'm gonna watch you live now because I got nothing to say and I need some sleep.
All right. Night,
Love ya.
Wabi.
night, Wabi.
Night, Wabi.
Sweet dreams.
All right. What the hell was that? Was that a bottle of vodka?
That
Yeah,
is a bottle
that's-
of Viking liquor.
Were you not listening? It's Aquavit. It's a Viking liquor. It's basically a Scandinavian liquor, actually distilled out of Portland. But still, it's got anise flavors. You'd really like it since you like Sambuca.
Wait, time out. So you have Viking liquor and there are Vikings in Portland?
Yep.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Shit, man, I need a road trip, man. I need to
We're
get
all
out
over the place.
Dude, the world's changing. All right.
All right.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Love ya,
Bye.
bye. Viking liquor is actually super appropriate for Game of Thrones, so I'm gonna pour a little bit more into here.
I want some now. Well,
Well,
can we
we'll
share?
share.
We can share,
Okay, you gonna share with me?
We've already established if you have cooties, I've got them. So
No kumaks.
No moose, no bear,
No kumaks, no moose, no bear.
no kuma. Kumaks, for all of you who don't know, are lice,
are they?
which we also refer to here in Hawaii as ukus.
Yes.
Learn new Hawaiian every day.
And kumaks
Ukus.
is Eskimo. So.
Oh yeah, when you're a kid, you had to go to. There was like I think like once a month you had to go to the health. You had to go to the nurse, and she would check your head for lice.
Once a month?
It
That's
was
extreme, dude.
well when it spreads when like all the kids get it like they have to
but is
like
it
stay
that
on
common here in Hawaii?
In schools it gets pretty bad. Yeah.
Phil, did you have to go through that as well?
I never did. Like I
No.
remember, like everyone would just like tease people, like, "Oh man, that guy has ukus," but like no one, like there was never a time where we all had to like go to the nurse's office and like, maybe it's because
Maybe yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe it was my school. I don't know.
I don't know. It happens at schools. I know that, but it never happened. Like I never had to experience.
No.
Yeah, so I remember it happening once to my little sister, and that's like in all the mainland schools I've ever been to.
Mm-hmm.
But it never happened to me.
Uh,
Apparently, they only get attracted to clean hair. So, you know, those private school kids.
Yeah.
That's funny
we all got
because
it. We
the
all
only
got
people
it.
that ever got teased for having ukus were the dirty kids in
yeah,
class.
and that's the thing, right?
yeah, like you were dirty if you had ukus. Like that's what it was.
I had them
apparently,
once.
they must have had
Did you
really
really?
clean
Yeah,
hair.
I had them once.
Oh well, there you go.
It was going around the school, and I caught it. I got them when it was like almost like a I don't know what you
Epidemic?
I guess it was not really an epidemic, but they had to check every student in the school for head lice because it was getting out of control.
Yeah.
Every student.
Yeah,
wow.
every single student. Yeah.
Whoa.
So this is kindergarten through 6th grade. Basically, every kid had to go into the nurse's office
I mean-
and get their head checked
Yeah,
out.
They don't even send kids home anymore if you have ukus. Like
Well,
they just let you like stay in school. Like they don't even like.
as long as you're not sharing, like.
That shit spreads like wildfire, dude. I'm not even
hop.
joking.
They hop. They're
But-
like, bing.
They don't hop.
Not that much.
Have you seen them? Like on people?
No, I haven't. I've heard they're
It's
disgustingly
really
gross looking
Yeah.
though. Like we were just talking about
I
this
had
the
them
other
when I
day
was a
because
kid.
a couple of my friends are school
Family.
teachers and they were talking about it. And like I guess what they used to do was like they used to just like they wouldn't tell anyone. They would just like the kid would just like disappear from class. And
Mm-hmm.
they didn't like. Of course, teachers aren't gonna be like, "Yeah, Justin went home because he has lice."
Yeah.
But they would like
That's a good thing.
everyone would go get checked, go to the nurse's office, right? But then after lunch, Justin would be gone.
Yeah.
And so then another kid in class would be like, "Oh, does Justin have ukus? Is that why he's not here?" And so like they would just all find out. So like I guess now they
Yeah.
don't send the kids home because it's more of like a, it's just
Stigma.
like yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
stigma's worse than like I guess what lice
what it
actually is.
Right.
Yeah.
It's, I
That
mean,
would
it's
make
not the
sense.
worst thing in the
They're
world.
like
They're
fleas.
not
Yeah.
great.
They're like
I mean,
fleas, you know.
yeah.
Like you put it on a they have a shampoo and you
Yeah.
just
They comb, and it comes with a
Yeah.
special comb, and
Yeah.
you comb it out, and it's so gross.
I mean, my little sister wouldn't like me talking about it, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's what she had to go through.
Yeah,
I remember every summer if we went to church camp, they had to check every single kid that
Mhm.
came through the door for church camp because you didn't
Yeah.
want that flying around church camp because we all slept on each other's bunks and we all
Yeah.
yeah, you share each other's like hats or like
Yeah,
whatever and that kind of
it's-
stuff. Yeah,
it's camp. You get gross and
I mean, when you're young, like you wrestle with kids, and you
Yeah.
know,
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
it happens. So, okay, are we ready for this?
we're ready. Christopher, how does this song go?
Wiener, 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 wiener.
That was boobies, boobies, boobies.
Tits and penis, tits and penis,
This
tits
is-
and penis.
That's what he sings.
I heard it was boobies, booby boobies.
Okay, so in the final week of Game of Thrones. All right. So I know there were some people who were saying, hey, this episode wasn't as good as the last one. I completely disagree. I thought this episode had a lot of meat to it. The scene where everybody meets up together at Dragon Keep.
At the Dragon Pit?
At the Dragon Pit. Epic, dude.
It was
The tension
great.
was so thick. And they did such a good job.
soft.
The actors did such a good job with the scene, too.
You know, it took them several days to actually film that because they wanted to make sure that they got the eye contact perfect between everyone.
Yeah.
It was so good.
And they did a really good job with that scene. I thought that was my favorite part of the episode, to be honest, because just seeing everybody together, like all these people who were doing their own thing over here, and you're just hearing stories about what people are doing. Right now, they're all there, and it's like shit's real.
Yeah.
Daenerys, of course, in her, style, just shows up on the dragon a little bit late. Fashionably late. Because she's the best dressed there. Let's be real. She was the best dressed one.
She's got to make an entrance.
Cersei looks pretty good, too. She's got a nice dress on.
Yeah.
But Daenerys, she's rocking
I
it.
didn't
She
know there
rocks
was
that.
fashion in the Game of Thrones.
Oh, there's so much fashion.
Yeah. The fashion is a
I
real
missed
thing.
that
You'd be
one.
like, I like those boots.
Girl.
I like those boots. I don't know about them cuffs, though.
Well-
I don't know about them gloves. But, no, it's...
No! Getting rid of him really sucks.
I thought it was great. I think a lot of people rejoiced in that moment. So Littlefinger finally met his end.
Yes.
Did
yes,
Arya
he
kill
finally-
him?
Arya was the one to
No.
slit his throat, which we called on the show last
But-
week. By the way, if you watched last week, we called that shit.
Arya.
Basically, Sansa, Littlefinger thought he was playing Sansa against Arya, when this whole time
And they were playing him.
they were playing him. So Arya walks in, and he starts talking to her and you think Arya's about to get the axe, and she just looks at Littlefinger and she goes, "How do you stand up to these charges?" And he totally wasn't expecting to
Yeah.
get sent his way.
But
'Cause-
I'm gonna miss his little bit of conniving and mischievousness.
He was a great
and
character.
He's a great character, and
Yeah.
he's one of my favorites just because he's got so many different things going on, and I really wanted to see what he could be.
What he could be, we all know what he was.
I
He was
mean-
a fucking dick.
Well, yeah, but I wanted
He
to
did
see
anything
how
to
far
get
he
his
could
way.
rise.
He's very conniving. So
He's so conniving, and it's great.
I forgot to preface with spoiler alerts, but if you're watching the show, you already know.
Yeah.
So
Too late.
So yeah, he has that cunning about him. He's very cunning. He manipulates people into doing what he wants them to do, and he kind of keeps his hands clean while they all do the dirty work. So
Which is smart.
yeah, which that's what a guy like him does, and he was good at it. But this time he was cornered, and Bran pretty much was like, "Yo, you don't know what I can do, but I know you killed my dad with that fucking knife." So he just
Yeah.
straight up, Arya just walked up to him. He's crying like a little bitch, and Arya just is like, "Wow, done."
Well, he wasn't quite crying, but yes.
Yes, he was. He was crying like a little bitch. Yes, he was. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Spare my life.
That's more begging,
It wasn't.
like tears.
It was more
Were there
like,
tears?
Sansa,
Yes.
I saw the
love you.
gif, and I didn't
love
see any
your
tears in the
mom.
gif.
Oh, he was
Sansa,
crying.
I love you.
Yeah,
I-
and part of me actually thinks he does love Sansa, but he's
Well,
still.
I think that's probably has something to do with her mom.
Huh? I'm just taking it all in.
Monica doesn't watch the show, so
I've never.
you're getting all the spoilers right now.
I
If you get
am.
into it, well, you got a year to catch up. So
Don't worry, you can
But-
watch it again when Chris rewatches the whole thing.
I am gonna
And
rewatch
he
it.
will, He will. He will rewatch it again.
I'm
Um,
rereading the books right now, so
But yeah, so I say good riddance. Nicole liked him, so
okay. So yes, he had to go at some point, and I guess I would rather it be at the hands of Sansa and Arya than like Cersei, because if it was Cersei, I'd just be like, well, that's stupid. But I'm gonna miss him next season. Like, I'm gonna miss trying to figure out what's going on, like in that mind.
Am I uninformed in the fact that a lot of people come back because they're
Well,
like
immortal or something,
No.
'Cause or something.
You just gotta watch the show.
I've heard that some people have died and they've come back.
Well,
So is this possible that maybe this
Jon
character
Snow
could?
and he had a
Well, and Barris
Well,
or Sir
yeah.
Barrister, and there's a thing called there's a fire like a fire god
Okay.
who apparently they have the ability to bring people back to life.
Okay.
So this fire priestess basically brought him back to life.
Okay.
yeah.
But it's possible, but not everybody has this ability, obviously.
Okay.
And apparently it's only those that the fire god deems worthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or the god of the light.
And is he too big of an asshole to come back?
He is
He's not
going
in-
to
He'd
be
not be
sought
deemed.
out.
Yeah. He's not affiliated with anybody who would do that for him.
So
Okay.
he's a great behind the scenes player, which is why I enjoy him, because he's not in the forefront. He's not a king or a queen or anything. He's that little guy in the back.
Kinda like
making
Varys.
all these yeah, but almost sneakier because he can get further than Varys can.
They have their
because
little
Varys can't
birds.
do anything. Yeah. So he's sneaky and he's behind the scenes and he's trying to climb up the ladder without people realizing he's climbing up the ladder, and that's what I like.
Ah.
Yeah.
I like the fact that he's able to just sneakily get to where he wants. Also, now who's going to be taking care of the veil? Are we leaving this all up to a
I think it's gonna
12-year-old
be.
boy?
I think it's gonna be the general of the army for the veil. The
You
big,
think so?
The big dude.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna at least take over in the meantime. But who knows? Maybe Arya or maybe Arya has rights to that. Who knows? Because Lyanna Stark was the keeper of the veil, but
But no,
the son
I mean,
the son technically is the heir to the throne, so
yeah,
he's still
so
around.
He's gotta have the veil, but he's
But he's a little. Yeah, he's a Banff.
bronze. What?
Bronze Yawn, Royce man,
He's a Banff?
badass motherfucker.
Ah, okay, good. I just didn't know if that was another type of monster or creature that was on this show.
Okay, so
I mean, yeah.
staying with the episode. So basically, Littlefinger, basically Arya Stark and Sansa Stark, who were kind of had a little tension between them because there was a little uncertainty about what was going on. But obviously, blood is thicker than water, and the two made it happen. So now they say, wolves do. Lone wolf dies and the pack survives.
Exactly. So.
So now Bran, Arya, and Sansa are pretty much
one
running.
For Starks.
Yeah, Starks.
Score.
And you thought, everything always goes bad for the Starks. So I thought Arya had it. There was a slight possibility when she walked in there that I thought she might have died. It kind of caught me by surprise. It did a little bit.
Really?
It did a little bit. I mean, I have faith in them, but at the same time, everything always bad happens to the Starks. So
Yeah. Keep that in mind right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so a lot of bad crap happens to them, but we're looking at a completely different set of Starks now. They've kind of just been they got also that freaking what?
Tease.
I don't.
Cannonball.
Oh, Clegane.
Oh, Clegane. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, and obviously the big reveal, which a lot of Game of Thrones fans were in the know, but it's solidified that Jon Snow is actually the nephew of Daenerys, which he's basically a Targaryen. His real name is Aerys Targaryen, or Aegon. Sorry, Aegon Targaryen, and officially he has the right to the Iron Throne.
but did he relinquish that by calling her his queen?
No. Well, it doesn't, because I think it relied on more than anything. And the baby...
But oath.
Yeah, but the baby was kind of a secret. Because...
I know, but he considers himself a Stark, and his father, for all intents and purposes, was a Stark. So...
Right, and technically...
Oath is going to be... and historically, oath is something that Jon Snow sticks to pretty strictly.
Right, so there was
That's
that.
why he was kind of an idiot this episode.
There is that someone has to break the wheel mentality going on.
Yeah.
And in that meeting, basically, Jon Snow, Cersei, who's the queen of the throne right now,
Yep.
basically said, "Okay, I will join you in defeating these White Walkers, but basically, you cannot attack me, and you cannot team up with the Dragon Queen, Daenerys." And he says, "No, I already allied with her. That's how I'm gonna roll."
Booty.
Yeah. So everybody gets pissed off at him because they're like, "Why don't you just lie?" And then Cersei obviously gets pissed off by that, and she storms out. And she's like, "Fuck this! You guys go fight the war by yourself. I'll worry about myself."
It sounds like the Real Housewives.
Yeah.
I
So-
mean,
A little bit.
ish. And
Yeah.
then you've got some really great brotherly, uncle-y tension going on in that same meeting, where like you've got
With- With who? Well, you got Euron
yeah,
Greyjoy,
Euron.
the Greyjoy feud. Then you have
It's
the
great.
Hound and the Mountain.
Yeah, so that's what Armageddon. I'm not gonna pronounce that right.
And obviously, we
was
now
talking
know
about is
that the
Hound and
the Mountain's days are numbered. We don't know who exactly is coming for him. I don't know if he was referring to himself when he was saying that.
totally referring to himself. The Hound's got to take down his brother.
I mean that's how it seemed like it's gonna go, but I don't know if that's who is actually gonna take him down. It wasn't very specific. He wasn't like, "I'm coming for you," or
True.
He said, "Your day is coming," and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, ooh, like what's going on with that? Is it him or is it someone who he knows is gonna be his undoing?
I mean, so Gregor the Mountain is the entire reason why the Hound has like the burn marks and all that jazz. So I really hope he takes his brother out.
It'd be an epic battle.
It'd be great.
And then, so that was, there was a lot played out through that. What else before we get to the end? Let's see. So Littlefinger dies. What else?
Sex time.
Oh. Jon Snow and Daenerys basically and his the nephew and the aunt hook up. But
But they're not aware.
they
that
don't
they're
know.
nephew and
They
aunt,
don't
so
know
is it
that they're
really-
related. They don't know that related.
That's gross.
Yeah.
So
You
Well,
know,
so Targaryens traditionally kind of keep it in the family anyway. That's like how the bloodline goes. And then for the show, it's really not that out there for relatives to hook up.
Yeah.
Obviously, with Jaime and Cersei, they kind of have to keep it secret. But that's not an abnormal thing to happen.
it's better than if it were to be like his mom or his sister, right? So
You keep telling yourself that.
you know. So last week's episode, I was just like, kiss already, goddammit. Yes, I obviously knew what
People knew
they
what was
were in
coming.
relation. We all knew what they were in relation last week, but I still wanted
Yeah.
it to happen because there was just so much sexual tension. They just needed to kiss and get it over with.
So kissing.
No,
Kiss-
I'd
kissing
rather they
cousins.
find out that they're related, and then if the tension's still there, then okay, that's fine. Then they're just gross. But I don't want it to because then what if they find out after and they're grossed out by it?
Well, so, and I think that's what it's gearing up towards personally is we know Daenerys is supposedly not able to have children.
Right.
So I think what's going to end up happening is she's going to have to realize that Jon / Aegon is the rightful heir. And so therefore he can be her heir.
Right.
And
Wait a second. You said John called her his queen?
yeah, so
That
that's
just means he's gonna be the king.
well, so that's what
Naturally,
I was
right?
thinking last week. And that's what I kind of want to happen. She said she would
So would Jon and Sansa hooking up be better? Because they're technically cousins. Well, not
No.
really.
because
They're not cousins anymore.
no, they are. They're cousins.
Oh, through
Through the Stark line. He's
line,
still
yeah.
technically a Stark.
No, but they're not blood cousins though.
Yes, they are.
They are.
But wasn't John adopted?
No.
No. Well, yes.
No, he was
but
a
no.
bastard.
Yes.
He was a bastard child.
He's technically
I'm just-
Ned Stark's
Son.
sister's.
Nephew. Ned Stark's
Son.
nephew.
So he's
Ferris
Ned Stark's
Bueller?
nephew.
Basically, it's Ned Stark's sister is his mom.
Okay.
So yes.
I mean,
You lost me.
in a medieval world, all the people that you're going to consider as prospects are generally going to be related to you in some
keeping
shape or
in
form.
bloodline is not out of the ordinary, especially
Yeah.
for medieval
Dude, you
times.
guys are really big fans of this show where you guys are literally
It's okay on the show.
going to bat for fucking for incest.
It's incest.
Like, you guys are.
So what I think is going to happen, honestly,
There is incest on the
what,
show. So
what I think
technically
is
so.
going to happen is she's just going to be like, I'm queen now, but you'll be king after me.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to find someone else. Unfortunately, all the Tyrells are burnt out, and
Yeah.
I don't know that we have much of Dorne left.
Well, does
And
John?
we can't
I'm wondering
have
if
Lannisters.
I'm wondering if
so-
John being a Targaryen allows Daenerys to have children because it's in his bloodline. So I'm wondering if that's maybe what the thing is you got to have a bloodline relation, but
is you've got to be part dragon in order to be able
Yeah.
to have a baby that's part dragon.
yeah. And obviously the dragons take kindly to him because he had that relationship with the one dragon there for a second. So
Yeah.
he's going to be one of the dragon riders for sure.
Well,
He's going to ride the
and
other
A
now
dragon.
we're only
relationship
down to
with a
2
dragon?
of the
Like a
dragons.
sexual relationship with a dragon?
Is
No.
Jamie still alive?
Is
Yes.
this like
Dude,
bestiality
I hope he
as
takes
well
the.
as incest?
Would he? Can he like be the
No.
king?
So
No.
Jamie got banished basically from the kingdom because he didn't agree with because Cersei basically was agreed that she was going to work with him, but then
And he was
after they
just
left,
like-
she was like, "Fuck that! I'm not working with them." I'm
Is
just gonna-"
Cersei still a bitch?
She's
Yeah,
she's still willing to
always.
stab anybody in the back.
I would
It
hope
doesn't
she is the queen for all time.
matter. You root for the villain.
Yeah, just like yeah.
I mean, I was rooting for Littlefinger, so
Yeah.
Let's go, Cersei.
So Jamie Lannister basically she threatened him and basically said, "Get the fuck out, or I'm going to kill you," and that was it.
Well, she didn't even say get out. She just said you're done.
Yeah, and I
but
thought he was going to die for a second.
I'm still holding to I want Jamie to kill Cersei.
I mean,
I
There's
think
so
that's
much
what's gonna
emotion there.
happen. I think Kingslayer becomes a Queenslayer.
I think Arya could do it too, but
Ooh, what if Arya does it wearing Jamie's face?
oh, that'd be sick.
What the hell?
Okay, and getting to the end of the episode because we got to start finishing this here soon. But so the White Walker, the Night King, has taken control of a dragon. He approaches the wall,
Blue Eyes
Eastwatch,
White Dragon.
with his army, and the dragon fucks the wall up. It destroys the wall, and it blows blue fire. It looks insane, dude. Like this dragon is, it's a zombie dragon. Is basically what
But
it is.
Tormund! That's
Tor-
all anyone cares about is Tormund.
He's still alive.
He's
People,
gotta be.
people are like, is he still alive? He's still alive.
Gotta be.
He's too important to not show his death. I think he's too vital. You gotta at least see how he dies.
He's gotta have better than that.
Maybe he disappears for a little
gotta-
bit, but
He's gotta at least come back and be able to confess
yeah, he'll be there. He'll be there.
What does he have to confess?
that he loves Brienne.
Oh my!
Everybody knows.
I thought this show was about murders and things like that.
Here's the thing: is I think
Phil, do you
Jamie.
watch the show?
No, I've
You know.
seen like enough
Well,
episodes to
so-
kind of understand
So
Okay.
everyone knows that he loves
that Nicole's
Brienne.
watching a totally different show.
I think Jamie.
I'm catching like Jerry Springer.
Jamie's gonna return to the
Real
north. I think he may
Housewives,
start a relationship with
and
Brienne.
I actually would love
Cops.
that because I was
Oh.
going for that earlier.
Yeah,
I
but they
Before-
obviously have a connection.
before they introduced Tormund, I don't think that Tormund and Brienne. You're saying Jamie and Brienne.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before Tormund entered the idea, and the only reason I want him to actually come out and say something to her is because she's like, no one likes me.
Mm.
But here's this gorgeous redhead who does.
Oh, you like Tormund? Do you think he's a good-looking dude?
I think he's gorgeous.
I think he looks. He's a pretty
Say
savage-looking
it,
dude.
Chris.
He-
Shout out for Nicole.
I get it
Shout
though.
it out.
I get it
He
though.
may be watching.
I mean,
Chris.
he's Nordic, so she's all into that, dude. He's like the epitome of what a Viking would look like.
It's the beard.
Yeah. So I know she's into that. But I like his character. I think he's an awesome character. He's kind of like a I don't give a fuck.
Adorbs.
Yeah, he's like a I don't give a fuck. You know, he's quirky.
He's like, I don't give a fuck until this really, really really
Yeah.
tall, gorgeous woman comes by, and then that's just like, aw.
There was a meme going out
Oh,
where like
Brienne's a big bodyguard chick, yeah?
Yeah.
so Brienne's that huge Amazon of a knight,
But
Ugh.
I still would rather actually see Brienne with Jamie.
and I think that's what's gonna
that's
happen.
what's we're headed towards. And that was pretty much since they were like bound together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like
Fighting
season
pit and that
1,
sort of
season 2.
Yeah.
And Arya's obviously gonna be surprised when he excuse me when he sees the Hound. When she sees the Hound, I think she's gonna be really surprised.
Isn't she gonna kill the Hound?
She tried to kill him. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
she
well
thought he
then
was
that's it for the
dead, and-
Starks. Arya's gonna die. They have to kill Arya.
Well, he doesn't have anything against her. He kind of fucked up, so he kind of was deserving it at the time.
I think he like.
But he seems to have a new
likes her as
purpose.
just like a student.
Yeah.
He's a very principled man. If
And
you
obviously-
try to kill me, I'm gonna try to kill you.
Yeah. He looks into the fire and he sees what's coming. So he obviously has some connection with the fire god. So he knows there's some kind of. He kind of was wandering around for a while where he didn't have a purpose, and that's kind of what his thing is. But now I think he kind of feels like he has a purpose. So
I definitely think we haven't seen the last of what the Hound has in store.
yeah.
That's for sure.
Okay. So yeah, the dragon takes down the wall. We don't know. We don't know if Tormund's alive, but
better be
he probably is. And the dead are now across the wall, and
Or,
they have a
well,
dragon. Or the
Working
White
on being
Walkers.
across the wall.
Was that?
Well,
Working
there's
on
no
being
more
across
wall.
the wall.
Yeah, I mean, they knocked the wall down and they're walking pretty much through it, right? At the end of
Yeah.
the episode. So, the shit's the winner's here. Shit's happening.
And it took 7 seasons.
It took 7 seasons, but
And still
mem
no
after
next
mem
book.
after mem of the winter is coming. Winter is coming.
it's been
I don't
definitely
even think
meme-ified.
is George still, is he still writing books?
He's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's it. Like, that's
He was
it.
supposed to come out with a book like 5
2
years
years ago. Yeah,
Yeah,
5
yeah.
years. It's a
No,
while.
2015, you're right.
I
It
just
was
want
supposed
the
to-
next book so bad.
I just
Well, I mean, I heard now that the creators who are basically in charge of the show
yeah,
now,
the showrunners.
they kind of just do their own thing, and
Yeah,
it's not going to be...
Yeah, because he's
So-
like so. I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. You know.
Yeah.
No, like I don't know. You know.
Well, he gave them a direction, right? And he said that no matter what the show does, the book might do something different. So
Right.
Translation: he has no idea what the fuck he wants to do with this.
but we all know Hodor is ruined for the rest of
Hodor.
forever.
Are there any wolves left?
Snow?
What?
Still around? Is Snow still around?
Wait.
John's
Wolf?
direwolf?
I just like the wolves when I watch the show.
I know Nymeria we had a brief encounter with this season, and
That's a good question.
Arya pretty much went, "You go your way."
Yeah, I don't
Ghost.
think...
Well, you know
I think
what
Ghost
I
is
meant.
still alive, yeah. Ghost should
Ghost
still
is
be
still
alive.
alive.
Yeah,
I think.
because he was... Yeah. He got brought back to life, and then he started running...
He got brought
Started
back to-
running
okay, I'm
Winterfell,
done.
and then, yeah,
Yeah. So.
he's still there.
right.
he's
we
at
just
Winterfell.
haven't seen him in the entire season.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's gonna about do it for tonight. We want to thank you guys for joining us on episode 21 of Inappropriate Bar Talk. It's been great having you. It's been great having you, ladies. Thank you for coming in tonight.
Hey,
Thank you
filling
for
in.
having us.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
Phil,
us.
for
It's
your
been fun.
awesome bartending skills.
Thank
They're
you,
getting better.
Phil.
They took a step back tonight, but they'll be back again next week.
Those
You're in
pouring
like
skills.
a sushi-itis over there, so it's okay. I totally understand.
It's one Kanak attack.
You did awesome. Plus, so.
He's got Kanak
Phil
Attack
put
over
away
there.
like almost 3 rolls of sushi over there. So
So again,
It's
thank
pretty
you guys for watching us. You can subscribe to us again at any of our social media. Ooh, I gotta do this little like weird thing. Can you point that way? There it is.
Hey, right there. Nope.
You can
there.
follow us
Wow.
on Facebook and SoundCloud.com/inappropriate bar talk, Twitch.tv/inappropriate bar talk, Instagram at inappropriate bar talk, and Twitter at IBT podcast. Every Wednesday, you can catch us live on either YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch at 8 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time. That's 11 p.m. Pacific Time. We'll be back here at the same time. So from all of us here at Inappropriate Bar Talk, we want to say thank you. Please subscribe and like. We will see you next week.
Okay. Mahalo and cheers.
Next week. If I get this right.